Hey everyone, it's John Pempathy here. Welcome to this presentation. I'm excited that you're here. This is a brand new presentation. We've never delivered this before. It's called How We Continue to Produce $1 million paid advertising campaigns while everyone else's ads seem to be dying a slow and expensive death, right? And so we got some exciting stuff. This is updated for this year, 2018, and we've got some really, really cool stuff to show you and to go through. So first things first, we've just kicked this off. We're pretty much at the top of the hour. I just want to get to know who is here real quick. So I'm going to come into the questions box. And the first thing I want to know is, by the way, the questions box is already going crazy. You guys seem to be very excited. Give me a yes real quick if you can hear me and you can see my screen. Just go ahead and give me a yes. I want to make sure that first and foremost, we're not having any technical issues. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Woo! You are excited. There are literally hundreds of yeses coming in. This is fantastic. Very, very cool. And Scott says buzzing. So let me know where you're calling in from. I can see your names, so don't worry about that. But just go ahead and let me know where you're calling in from. We'll spend a couple minutes giving you a shout out. As you know, I'm not going to get through everyone. Let's just be realistic. But I'm gonna get to as many as I can. We've got the UK, we've got Phoenix, we've got Netherlands, we've got Los Angeles, we've got New York, Canada, UK, Australia, Costa Rica, Colorado, Springfield, France, Las Vegas, Pennsylvania, New Zealand, Louisiana, Dallas, Texas. We've got Essex, UK. We've got Bromley. We've got Orlando. We've got Ohio. We've got Northern Ireland. We've got this is awesome. Such an international crowd. Las Vegas, Sugarland, Texas. That sounds cool. British Virgin Islands, Northamptonshire, Slovenia, Melbourne. Okay, there's a ton. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. So I'm going to ask you a couple more questions just before we officially kick this off. I want to know how many of you saw the pre-web class training videos. Just go ahead and just give me number one. Put number one in the questions box if you saw the one with me kind of telling the story of me and Jabril getting connected, and then the interview with Jabril. Just go ahead and give me a one if you saw that. Very, very cool. So I'm glad you've seen that. There are a bunch of you saying one. So you've kind of got a bit of the backstory of how this whole thing came together. So do you know what we're going to do? Without further ado, we're actually going to dive straight into this. I don't want to linger. We've realized, look, if people are late, they're late and they can deal with that. You guys were here on time, so we are going to start on time. So the only thing I want to let you know about before we kick this off is number one. I said only thing. I've got two things. Number one, I talk super fast. If this is your first training with me, then you'll know that, okay? I talk super fast, and so that brings us on to point number two, which is you really, really, really need to not only pay attention, but you need to have a pen and paper ready to take notes, seriously, because we're gonna move through this super quickly. I'm here with one of my closest friends and my business partner, Jabril Agoro. You can see him here in the background of this picture. We've already done a mic test, so I will bring him out later on. He's got some training that he's going to do, and I will give him the introduction that he needs at that point and then bring him out. So without further ado, we're going to dive straight into this. How we continue to produce $1 million paid ad campaigns while everyone else's ads seem to be dying a slow and expensive death. Okay, why is that? What's the difference? Well, we're gonna get straight into this. So here's what we're looking to achieve together on today's training. Number one, you're going to learn why Facebook ads haven't worked for you in the past if you've tried them. You're going to have some light bulb moments to improve your existing ads. We're going to update you on the big changes across Facebook, Instagram landscape. You're going to have clear direction moving forward, and you're going to feel fully equipped to head out and make big things happen for you and your business. Now, a really important slide is I need commitment from you. Okay, I've learned this over literally the hundreds of webinars that I've done. There are two types of people that come to these trainings, right? There are sitter backers, as I like to call them. You know, these people, they don't interact, they don't engage. They have the webinar in the background. They're not paying full attention. They're signed up for another 4 or 5 webinars this week, and they only consume information and they never implement. And that's no good for anyone. Where the other side, we've got action takers, right? They know that to get results from a training, they need to give their full attention. They're ready to take notes. They interact with the training and the presenter, and they arrive with intent to implement what they learn. So go ahead and type in the questions box, which side are you on, right? Go ahead and put action taker in the questions box right now. If you're with me, I need that commitment from you, because I get my energy from looking in this chat box and seeing how you are all interacting with me. So I'll give you a moment to type that. Okay, but okay, awesome. Tons of you. It's really important to me. Really, really important. Awesome. God Save says, I'm driven, dude. Awesome. Okay. Fantastic. So 2 years ago, check this out. 2 years ago, we launched a program called Social Traffic Blueprint. It was a Facebook advertising training. The industry needed it. We provided it to show the different way that myself and Jabril operate in the, with running our Facebook ads. And we decided with that training to include some Q&A calls, right? Rather than just being training, we thought we'd add some Q&A. And the results from that literally blew us away. And I want to share with you some of the posts from our real members inside the group. And just so you know, STB is currently closed down. We don't sell this training anymore. But it's some of the posts in our group. There's this wonderful lady called Kat Walters. She said, I have an ad that is converting at 25% ROI. Okay, that's insane. That's $1 in, $25 out. You're going to hear more from Kat later on. But look at these numbers that she's getting. All right, she's generating leads on Facebook for 77 cents. Okay, she's getting a 6x ROI on one of her products at $297. Okay, we've got Ryan Dossey posted in our group and said, to just let you guys know, I spent $400 on ads and I got $2,000 a month client on a 6-month contract. What is that? My math's terrible. It's 12,000 US dollars on $400 ad spend. He also put another post saying I spent $700 and I closed an $8,000 deal. Okay. And then we've got, we celebrate all the wins, the small wins too. Harnett posted in our group said she made her first $441 in 1 month and she spent $150 to make that, right? She made $300. Okay. That is awesome. Okay. Success. Libria posted that she's generating leads consistently now for 62 cents a lead. We've got Reese posted in the group, said that he spent £23 or could have been £25 and made a £349 sale. Okay, I'm not even sure what kind of ROI that is. Is that about 15, 16, 17 X ROI? And then again, small wins here. God's will posted say he's finally building his list. He got his list to 65 people. Each customer is worth to him 1,150. And he posted again saying he got his list to 100. The results just go on and on and on. And so we were so excited about this, and we realized that every success story and every testimonial that we have, they didn't just go through the course. They interacted directly with myself and Jabril on those Q&A calls. And we're going to come back to that later on. And we realized that's true for myself and also Jabril. Okay, when I want to learn a new topic, I'm saying, right, who's the best and how can I just get some of their time, right? So when I want to learn about funnels, I'm going to Russell. I want to learn about webinars. I went to Dave Van Hoos, Frank Kern. You can see Jabril here with Frank Kern too. This is a theme for us, right? And it's true for me with Facebook ads. Some of you will know my story. I'm going to share it again here real quick. With Jabril, he was the one that helped me get started with Facebook ads, right? In fact, not just get started, but has helped me continuously, because I was already pretty successful in my own right with other things that I was doing. But when it came to Facebook, I was literally hitting my head against a wall. I couldn't break through. I was buying training after training. I was going to seminars and conferences. I was trying to digest as much information as I could on the topic of Facebook ads. I was implementing. I'm an action taker, but I couldn't get it to work. And it wasn't until I actually had Jabril sit down. Well, it was actually over the phone, but then he looked over my ads and told me what wasn't working and how to fix it. Okay. And literally Jabril helped me on the topic of Facebook to go from actually not even from zero, right? I was negative. I was actually spending money, right? These are ads we're talking about. I was spending money, losing thousands a month, to now with that bit of coaching, with that bit of personal interaction. This is a screenshot from inside of one of my advertising accounts. Now, full transparency, it's our largest one, okay? But look, we've now spent 412,000 British pounds in this account, okay? We've managed to reach, our ads have been seen by almost 70 million people, okay? That's the size of a small country. That's not even a small country. That's a good sized country, okay? Which is just absolutely insane. Okay, and what that's done for us is a few things. Number one is literally millions of dollars in revenue for various campaigns that we run. If you've followed us for any time at all, then you know that, right? But here's the most important thing. We've got the fun and enjoyment back in my life and my business. I went through this period where I was trying to get Facebook ads working and I couldn't. And I was finding that actually the reasons I got into this business and the things that I wanted to do and achieve, I felt like the enjoyment was being sucked out of my life and my business. I felt like I was working for my business, not having my business work for me. Now I will always be able to make money because I have a skill set that no matter what happens, I have a skill set that will lead me forward, and I will always be able to make money. And I can now consistently, predictably, effectively, and profitably, bit of a tongue twister, produce leads and customers on demand. And we're going to show you how to do the same thing. So here's the problem right now in the industry. Not everyone is enjoying this luxury. Okay, there are 6 million advertisers on the Facebook platform, and around 98% of them are not getting the results that they want. There are 4 biggest reasons for this. The first is ads being disapproved. Okay, this is a big one. People are trying to do the right thing. They're trying to play by Facebook's rules, but for some reason their ads are being disapproved. The second thing is you have your ad account closed down or shut down. Maybe some of you have experienced this. The third reason why people aren't getting their ads working is that they can't get the darn ads to convert, right? You're trying to convert visitors into leads and leads into sales, and it's not working, right? And you feel like I described earlier, hitting your head against a wall. And finally, it's potentially too expensive for you to make a positive ROI. Maybe a mixture of you feeling like you're kind of taking a stab in the dark and not being able to actually get your ads to convert. It's actually too expensive to maintain. Now, I want to interact with you throughout this training, and I'm going to constantly ask you to do so. So let's start this off now. In the questions box, give me a number 1 if you have experienced either, or one of these 4. Okay, if you fall into one of these categories, put a number 1 in the questions box. Okay, because I'm just curious. And put number 2 if you have never even tried Facebook ads before and you're here to learn. Okay, awesome. Quite a mixture, but mainly once. Okay, very, very cool. So we're going to show you how to overcome all 4 of these today. And we're going to show you why, and you're going to find this fascinating. Myself and Jabril, we have never had an advertising account shut down, right? In all my time of knowing Jabril and him helping me with my ads, we've never had an account shut down. We just haven't, okay? Because we play by Facebook's rules and we do things the right way. And we're going to show you how to do that today, okay? So we decided it was time. We launched STB a couple of years ago. It's time to create a new, updated free training class, and you are on that training class right here today. We're going to show you, updated for today, what is working on Facebook, okay? And it's going to be super duper cool. Now, first things first, our results are not typical, okay? Your results will vary from mine and from Jabril's, okay? That's just given, okay? We don't even need to explain that. We refuse to be typical. We refuse to be average, so we do not get typical or average results. So we're going to share with you what's working for us, but what you do with that information is entirely up to you, okay? No results guaranteed in any way. So who are we? Well, if you followed us for any time at all, you know. If you haven't, myself and Jabril, we've been online. We've been around the block, right? I know I look young. I know I've got a bit of a baby face. I've been in this game for 8 years now, marketing online. Jabril, I think 10 plus, and we've done very, very well. And we came together a couple of years ago, partnered up, and we have literally gone on to generate millions of dollars together. It's been a really fun journey, and we now actually just enjoy teaching, like we are here on stage, just teaching what's working for us with Facebook ads. We get great enjoyment out of doing that. So this is what this training is not about, okay? We have to make this clear. This is not about showing you how to navigate the Facebook ads dashboard, right? We're not going to show you some secret button. We're not going to show you any of that kind of stuff, right? Because it just doesn't exist. This is the easy stuff. You can go, literally, check this out. You can go to YouTube right now and type in how to run a Facebook ad, and there will be 10,004 training videos on YouTube that will show you how to log into Facebook and run an ad, okay? That's not what people get stuck with, okay? They don't get stuck with running the ad. That's the easy part. That's click and click, all right? What you need is strategy, and that's what we're going to be going over today, okay? So who is this training for? Well, it's for you if you know that there is power in Facebook ads. You just haven't been able to tap into that yet, right? It's for you if you know that you personally have what it takes. Again, you just haven't quite figured it out yet. It's also for you, and this is really important, if you're willing to forget everything else you've learned about Facebook ads and just run with us, right? It's also for you if you don't want to settle for average results, and it's for you if you just sat there going, it's my time. It's literally my time now to get some results. So here's what we're going to be doing. Take a pen to your paper and let's start writing some stuff down, because here's what we're going to be covering today. Part 1, the biggest mistakes that people are making with their Facebook ads that is setting themselves up for failure. I put fail before they ever begin. Part 2 is the future-proof new school strategy for winning Facebook ads that actually move your audience into action. Part 3 is how to attain seemingly impossible numbers and do it at scale. And part 4 is why Instagram is now not to be ignored and how today is literally the perfect time for you to jump on the Instagram train. That is our agenda for this training. I hope you're excited. Give me a yes in the questions box if you're just screaming, John, get on with it. Let's start going through this stuff. Give me a yes in the questions box. I'm seeing a bunch. Fantastic. I'm seeing words I don't even understand coming in the questions box. Fantastic. Let's do this. Here we go. Okay. Firstly, I want to get to know you. Okay. If you're still here, hopefully you're in that action taker category. So I want to know who we're helping. Go ahead, let me know in the questions box, what industry are you in? What product do you sell, right? What is your website about? What's your topic? What's your thing? Okay, because if we can see what kind of people we've got, then we can tailor this training in some way to help you as best we can. Okay, cool. Fantastic. All right, we've got filmmaker, author, real estate, social media marketing, travel, natural health, astrology, home textile products, forex, coaching, real estate, health, martial arts, author, coaching. Someone's put holiday. Fantastic. Social media agency, hip hop beats. Awesome. Very cool. Recruitment, drop shipping, screenwriter, direct sale. Okay, we got a fantastic. All right, really cool. We got a vast array of different things going on, which is really exciting for us. Fantastic. Okay, cool. That gives me a good idea. So let's get into part 1. The biggest mistakes that people are making with their Facebook ads that is set themselves up to fail before they even begin. Okay. And I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. You know, when I just said to you that you don't need to learn clickety click how to run an ad, you need strategy. Okay. Before we begin, do you guys agree with that? Okay. Have you come here for strategy or have you come to learn what buttons to click inside the dashboard? Give me a number 1 if you're with me and you understand that. And give me a number 2 if you're wanting to learn where the buttons are. Okay. I'm just genuinely curious because you know, if we go on, if you've put number 2, then you're going to be very disappointed with this training. Okay. All right. I'm seeing ones. All right. Fantastic. So let's get into this. Why is it that most people's ads right now, more than ever, seem to be flatlining while our ads are literally alive and kicking? Well, the bad news is this. There are 3 main mistakes that everyone's making. You are now not going to make them because we're going to share with you what they are and how to overcome them. And that's the good news. The good news is that the fix is literally as simple as shifting your focus. Okay. It really is as simple as shifting your focus. Here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm actually going to turn my webcam on here for a little bit because I want you to see my excitement. Go ahead and I'm going to just take the presentation off here for a moment. Let me know if you can see me. Give me a yes if you can see my ugly mug. Okay. Bunch of yeses coming in. All right. I'm just going to leave the camera on. Okay. I'm just going to leave it rolling. We're just going to run through this thing because I want you to. I get excited about this stuff, right? I want us to be doing this together. So here's the good news. The fix is as simple as literally shifting your focus. And I'm not talking about some rah, you know, motivational mindset. No, I'm talking about genuinely your strategy. Where is your focus? Okay. Because your focus could be off and we want to get you back on track. So making paid advertising work, namely Facebook ads, is not about a gimmick, a loophole, a trick, or a conversion hack. Right? It's not. If you're looking for that kind of stuff, that's what we call a short-term win. If you're looking for a little gimmick, right, that's not a long-term play, right? We're looking to build long-term sustainable businesses, right? It's about shifting your focus onto the stuff that actually gets results. So big mistake number 1 is this: treating Facebook like a numbers game. Right? Maybe you've heard this before. Okay, Facebook is a numbers game. You just got to figure out how to make the numbers work, and you know you're getting enough clicks to bring them to your website, and you're making a profit. Yes, there is sense in that phrase, it being a numbers game. But as soon as you start talking like that and just thinking about numbers, here's what starts to happen. You start to think like most people and the way that they treat Facebook, and it's like this: you've got your website, you're excited about it. Okay, you spent time on it. You've built your funnel, whatever it is. Now you go to Facebook and it's all about just getting clicks. That's literally the way people describe it. I just got to get some clicks now to my website. And what you're going to find is you are going to lose the human component of running ads. Suddenly now, Facebook is just an engine to drive you clicks and it's all about your page. And then what ends up happening is you're measuring the results that you're getting from your ads based on literally the number of clicks you get. the amount of conversions you get, and you start scratching your head because it's not profitable, it's not working. Okay, so what do? You then go back to the drawing board, you make some tweaks. And once you've made those tweaks, then you check, you make the tweaks to your page, you run a few more clicks, and then you go into this vicious cycle. And here's the problem with this. You are treating Facebook like it's just a machine that just spits out these things called clicks, and it's all down to your website and your funnel to fix it. Okay? And that's literally the way you're going to lose. And what you've got to realize is the true power and the magic is over here at Facebook, right? You've got to tweak your ads. Facebook is not just a place to go and get clicks and then try and figure it all out at your website, okay? Facebook has power in the way that you actually design your ads. And we're going to teach you all of that literally tonight. We're going to go a mile a minute, okay? Big mistake number 2. We have to learn this stuff before we move forward. It's all about the funnel, okay? What ends up happening is you put together your funnel, you spend some time on a lead magnet and a thank you page and a sales page, your checkout page, your one-time offer, or maybe you've got a Shopify store. You've spent time designing your store, getting it perfect. Maybe you've just got a website for your local business or your consulting services, whatever it is. What ends up happening is you spend all your time building this, and then traffic is secondary. So then you go, okay, got my website now, got my funnel. Now I need to go and get some visitors, get some clicks, okay? And you're separating the two. You're not playing them together. You're not marrying them together. And that's going to be a problem for you, okay? It's the wrong way to do it. Here's how most people treat this right now. You spend 90% of your time on the funnel and the website, and literally 10% on the ads, right? All of your time and attention almost goes on the funnel, the website, graphics, videos, all this cool stuff. And then it's like, okay, let's go run some ads, right? Wrong way to think of it. The right way to think of it is like this. It needs to be a 50-50 strategy, but more than that, you need to have a clear message throughout. They're not two separate entities. It's not your website, your business. Now let's go get some clicks from Facebook, get some clicks from Pinterest, get some clicks from YouTube. It's not how it works. It has to be a seamless process. There's a strategy to it. And we're going to share that with you as we move through this. So big mistake number 3 is overcomplicating the entire process, okay? This right here is an example of what some people do. You put together your big campaign where you've got your lead magnet, then your thank you page, then your sales page. And then if they leave your thank you page, you take them to a don't forget page. Then you've got an exit pop and a checkout page. One time off, all this craziness. Then you've got a Facebook ad for every single component. Someone somewhere along the way told you that to get results with Facebook, it's all about retargeting, but not just retargeting. You've got to make sure that you have an ad for every specific outcome that person, you could possibly do. What ends up happening, I'm telling you, is if you do this and don't keep this process simple, you will not see success in the early days. I can very confidently say that because you've got too many components to manage now. You haven't even got the momentum that you're looking for. You haven't even got the results you're looking for. You're not ready to add these different pieces. It will be too confusing for you. It will be overwhelming, and it's very, very difficult to manage, okay? And actually measure the results. Here's what you literally need to start right now. Is whatever your simple process looks like. It might look a little bit different for you, okay? But for me, I'm all about lead generation. I like collecting leads, building email lists, building audiences, and monetizing them, right? So for me, it's Facebook ad, take them to a lead capture page. I'm going to get their information, and I'm going to build some value with them. I'm going to build some relationship. I'm essentially going to sell them something, and I'm going to ka-ching. I'm going to make some sales, right? And this is literally what myself and Jabril mastered, right? We didn't even start getting into this crazy retargeting, all this other stuff until we had literally made multiple 6 figures, right? We've now made multiple 7 figures, but we waited until multiple 6 figures because at that point we're like, right, this entry point, this first point of contact from the people we're targeting on Facebook coming into our funnel, we can just spend our time on these pages, not all of this stuff. Now, my time and my energy and my attention is not spread over 100 different components, right? Imagine if you had 100 different components. Now, each component gets 1% of your attention, okay? This way, with 3 steps, what's that? 33 point something percent of my time. So do you think we're going to get better results with each of these steps, okay? It's true. Now, confession time, this is one, process that I mapped out for my team on the whiteboard. I said, guys, I want to build this. We're calling it the monster funnel. If someone comes from our Facebook ad and they go into this sequence, and if they click on this email and go to this link, then they're going to go over here. And if this happens and this happens, then they're going to drop into this sequence. And literally we had this crazy, process that that we put together, and it bombed, it tanked, it didn't work. Okay. Because what ends up happening is, look over here, I'm not sure if you can see my cursor, but literally the entry point. You're not going to understand what this whole mess is. But the first literally 3 or 4 pages, that is the 80-20 of this. All of this stuff is such a waste of time, seriously. Okay, and until you understand this, you'll find it difficult to really get the results you're wanting because you're not keeping it simple. Okay, so just confession time. We've done it, right? Focus on this. That's the low-hanging fruit, and all you really need is just a few good ads. Seriously. So this is inside of our primary account, and I want you to see this, right? Look at the numbers that we're generating. Now it's very easy for someone online to show you the crazy lead cost of, hey, look, I've got an ad that's, getting a 7 cents leads, right? Now buy my course. Well, guess what? If you look at their screenshot, okay, of their account, they've generated 2 leads. So they're like, hey, I just ran this quick ad to my mum and dad and they both clicked and opted in. So now look at this, 7 cents per lead. Okay, but are they doing it at scale? Okay, look at this. Look in our account, right? We are doing leads at 40 cents and we're doing that at scale. All right, look at this. 40 cents, we spent £27,000 on this account. 40 cents, so 40 pence a lead. Okay, 68,000 leads generated. But then look at this. More commonly, let's just be honest here, £2, £2.85, £3. But we're doing that at crazy scale. Not many people can do that. Not many people can maintain £2 a lead. And by the way, that's very profitable. And we've done that at scale. So that's what we can do once you master this process and keep it simple. Okay, check this out. This is then a little retargeting campaign that we did do. Once we kept it simple, and now we can do these little simple retargeting things. We're going to teach you all about that. Look at this. We actually got 5 purchases at £29.7 per purchase and 10 at 46. What does that mean essentially? Well, this was a £700 product. Okay, so we saw an over 20% ROI. Okay, we spent £29 and made 700. We spent £46 and made 700. Okay, so it's keeping things simple that gets the big results. So that's part 1, right? You've got to understand this stuff, the big mistakes that people are making. Are we all clear on those mistakes? And can we go ahead and move forward? Give me a number 2 this time. Give me a 2 in the questions box if that makes sense to you. Okay, we're on the same page, and if you're enjoying this already, just go ahead and give me a 2. Okay, awesome. 2's flying in. Okay, fantastic. That doesn't sound very nice. 2's flying in. Anyway, part 2. The future-proof new school strategy for winning Facebook ads. Actually move your audience into action. I'm going to keep checking my watch because I want to keep the time because I'm going to be bringing Jabril out here too. So 2 things to really focus on. When we boil down the success of our ads and the way that we do things, we really boil it down, condense it down, 2 things become apparent. And I want you to write these things down. Number 1, truly understanding your audience. You hear us talk about this before, but then number 2 is creating a message that will move that audience, okay? That will actually compel them into action and moving forward with whatever it is that you are promoting, okay? Here's the big secret. Create ads that don't look and feel like ads, okay? Take someone through an experience that is actually enjoyable and actually educates them and doesn't feel like an ad. Okay, if it feels like an ad, they're going to scroll past it because it feels like an ad. People are getting blind to ads now, right? The way to win, seriously, don't brush over this. You need to write this down. This is big news because your competition, that 98% of advertisers on Facebook, they're creating ads that look like ads. Let me demonstrate, right? They're creating ads that look like this. Maybe they're doing a 20% off sale and they do an ad. Click here to get 20% off something you want. Not sure what, just click here anyway, right? 20% off. Maybe you've got a weight loss product or your competition have got a weight loss product. They just put out an ad like this. Hey, click here if you want to lose weight. Maybe you've got a dog training course. Want to train your dog? You put out a simple image and a bit of text. This is a sloppy way of doing ads, but I still see them every single day. They must know that I want to lose a little bit. Literally every day I'm seeing ads like this, and it just literally makes me almost kind of throw up a little bit in my mouth. Sorry to be so graphic, seriously. But it also is really good for us because we're doing things differently. The smart guys, we're putting time into the ads we're creating. So this is one of our videos. You can see this video. It's one of our best videos. We've got almost 2 million views on this thing. You've probably seen this screenshot before. We've done many, many videos since then. And this is a story ad for one of Jabril's partners. He'll talk about her a little bit later on. You literally look at this, 26,000 shares on this thing. Okay, people sharing an ad. When have you heard of that? It's because we're putting time into our ads to create an experience, understanding our audience and creating a message that will actually compel them into action. Think about it. If you were on Facebook and you were identified as wanting to train your dog, right? If you had liked certain pages or you just had an interest in training your dog and you were targeted by these two ads, one that just said, want to train your dog, click here, or B, how to effectively teach an old dog new tricks. And it was a video that actually gave you 3 or 4 minutes worth of content and then said, hey, if this was helpful, we've got a program over here, you can come check it out. Which one would you click on, right? We obviously know, but I want to make sure we're on the same page. Let me know in the questions box. Would it be A or would it be B? Okay. Of course, it's B. Every single person is putting B in the questions box. Of course it would. So here's why this doesn't work. Doing ads like this, you got to understand this, okay? People feel comfortable on Facebook, on the platform that you found them on. So this person that you're trying to target, who is interested in, training their dog, when you go out with an ad like this, you are going onto the platform where they feel comfortable, right? They're scrolling newsfeed, they're looking at what their friend had for dinner the night before, okay? As soon as you take them off of Facebook, they are outside of their comfort zone. Imagine this little blue barrier. This is them feeling comfortable on Facebook with the nice Facebook blue that we've all come to know and love. But you're taking them now over this line and they're now out of their comfort zone and you haven't built any relationship with them beforehand. So now what's happening is they're clicking, but they don't know or trust you yet. They're feeling reserved. A barrier comes up. They're leaving Facebook. They're like, okay, I'm going to come see what you're about, but I'm ready to jump back if I don't like it. Okay. They're coming to check you out. They are not clicking with intent. Okay. They're not clicking because they want to move forward with you. They're clicking because you grab their attention over here, but they're kind of like, I'm coming to see. So what that's going to result in is low opt-in rates, low conversions, lower engagement, and higher Facebook costs. Every possible bad scenario happens right here, okay? Now, if this has happened to you, if you are getting low opt-in rates, if you're getting low conversions, if you're getting low engagement and high Facebook costs, literally the low-hanging fruit of fixing that is providing value on the platform. I'm going to show you how to do that. But there's a good chance it's because you're doing something like this. You've got your website that you're excited about. You've probably got one of the best websites in the world. But if you just slap together an ad like this and expect people to come and come enthusiastically and give you good numbers, it's not going to happen. Okay? It's just not going to happen. So here's why this works. With an ad like this, with a video that's 3 or 4 minutes long, we understand. Okay, we're the smart guys. You're now on the smart side, right? We know that they feel comfortable on Facebook. So we decide we're not going to take them off Facebook just yet. We're going to keep them on the platform that they feel comfortable. We're going to build some relationship with them. We're going to excite them. We're going to gain their trust. We're going to educate them. We're going to bring their guard down on the Facebook platform. So understand this. We're keeping them where they feel comfortable until they feel comfortable with us. Then we say, hey, want to come check us out over here? Okay. This is the difference. This is why our ads perform so well, because we understand this. It's not about getting people off Facebook as quickly as possible. It's about actually engaging with them on Facebook with an ad that doesn't feel like an ad and build some relationship and gain some trust. And then by the time we take them off of Facebook and say, hey, if you've enjoyed this video, come check out what else we've got going on. Now, you'll see higher opt-in rates, you'll see higher conversion rates, higher engagement, and here's the big kicker, they are coming with intent now. Now they've gone, hey, I enjoyed this video on Facebook, that was really helpful, I'm now clicking because I want to move forward, right? One of the highest opt-in rates I've ever seen on one of my ads on our capture page, we have a 92% opt-in rate. Of every 100 people from Facebook that clicked on our ad and came to our website, 92 of them opted in. And that was, not just mum and dad, right? Or my wife, this was literally thousands of people. Okay. Jabril has the same numbers. It's because we understand this process. Is this making sense, everyone, so far? Go ahead and give me a yes in the questions box. I'm raising my hand as if you can raise your hand. I can't see you. So give me a yes in the questions box if this is making sense to you. Okay. Are light bulbs going off? I promised you light bulb moments. Okay, very cool. Tons of yeses coming in. All right. So how do we achieve this then, right? John, it's fantastic you just telling us what we need to do here, but how do we achieve it, right? How do we put these ads together? Well, here is the best thing I can teach you in the time that we have together on this training. There are 2 types of ads that work the best. You would have heard me talk about these before if you've been on one of our trainings, so let this be a refresher for you, right? Number 1 is a video. Okay, if you can put together a 2, 3, 4, 5 minute video, doesn't have to be anything fancy, seriously. Okay, but just something that is now allowing you to stand out from the crowd. You're not just another ad that they can scroll past. It's now a video where there's a real person telling a real story. Okay, or giving some real information. A video is the first type of ad that works the best. The second is a long form written post. Now, Jabril's going to talk about this in just a moment. I don't want to steal his thunder. This is his baby. This is his masterpiece. But if you don't think people click on long story ads and actually engage, you'll be wrong. Okay, and Jabril's going to teach you more about this stuff in just a moment. So I'm going to wait for him to teach that. What I want to share with you is the thing that your ad needs to achieve to get this result of them coming to your website now with intent and seeing great numbers. There's one of three things that you want to achieve. The first is this: you want to emotionally move them and or create a message that they can relate to. Okay, think about this. When someone's scrolling Facebook, we've already talked about the kind of ads that get ignored, right? But if you were scrolling Facebook and you watched the first 5 seconds of a video, or maybe a headline caught your attention and you started watching that video, if the story that was being told in that video, or if you started reading that long form post and the beginning of the story spoke directly to you, would you keep reading and would you keep watching? The answer is yes. Okay, so this is where the magic comes into play of understanding your audience and realizing they are human. Okay, we're targeting real people. We're not targeting clicks. We're targeting real people with real emotions, real wants, desires, pain points, problems, right? So the more that we can understand the audience we're going after, and I want all of you to think about who is your ideal dream customer. Okay, create that avatar and then think, what do they most need? What are their biggest pains and hurts? What are their frustrations? What are their worries? What are their desires? What makes them happy? What makes them sad? The more you can create just the research on who it is you're targeting, then you can craft a story from that, right? You can create a written post. You can put together a video that actually emotionally moves them because you're pinpointing the problems and pain points and desires that they have. Okay, if you were in the business of training your dog, right, and your biggest pain points were the fact that the dog is literally causing problems with your relationship with your spouse, because the dog is just, you're arguing about what to do with the dog, and you're having to buy a new sofa every 2 years because it just gets chewed up. If you were scrolling Facebook and the video started, hey, if you're watching this video and you just feel like your dog is out of control, right? It's got to the point where even your spouse maybe is arguing with you every day. You've got to get a new sofa every 2 years because it's chewing it up, right? This, that. Suddenly, would you pay attention? Of course you would. Okay, so that's the first thing. Emotionally move them and create a message that they can relate to, right? People want to feel understood. And if they do, they'll feel like Homer Simpson. They'll be like, woohoo, someone gets me. Now they'll come to your website excited to move forward with you, okay? Number two, okay, is educate them. Educate them on either the topic or your product, okay? It doesn't matter which one, but giving them some kind of education, right? They've got a problem, they've got a need, they've got a desire. If you can educate them in any way, or if you can give them any kind of light bulb moment, right, and then allow them to come to your website, you will see greater conversion. So if you have an information business or a coaching business, then educate them on the topic and say, hey, if this was helpful, feel free to come over here to my website. We've got more of this good stuff. Now they're coming excited. Maybe you're doing e-commerce and you're saying, John, I sell wooden spoons. Okay, I sell wooden spoons. How can I educate them on a wooden spoon? Everyone knows what a wooden spoon does. Yeah, but can you educate them on the product, how it was crafted, the love and care that went into it, how your spoon is a better stirrer than every other spoon, right? Tell a story about why your product is what it is and why they need it over every other wooden spoon that they could go find in Poundland, right? Educate them. That's another way of creating this feeling with them before they come to your site. And the third is excite them and or intrigue them, okay? Now, hopefully, you'll be able to excite your ideal customers a little bit more than our queen here, okay? But I just thought this picture was funny. But you've got to excite them or intrigue them. So if you feel like, John, for me, my business, for whatever reason, doesn't really fall under the category of, emotionally moving them or educating them, well, then just excite them or intrigue them. Put out some piece of content, be it written, be it a video, that just in some way, even if it's 60 seconds, you know their topic, you know what you can offer, you know what your product does that makes their life better. How can you just take them one step further than where they are right now into the land of intrigue or the land of excitement? Okay. If you can, then at least they are one step further than they were before with you, and they will come with least resistance to your website. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to part 3. And for this, I'm going to pass it over to Jabril. This is literally a guy that needs no introduction. If you've seen us before together, we've worked together for a couple of years. But he literally gets some of the most ridiculous numbers when it comes to Facebook ads I've ever seen. And I said to him, dude, you've got to come out again. We're doing another webinar and I cannot do it without you. You've got to come and show them the stuff that you've been doing. And he's been working on some cool stuff, and he's going to share it all with you right now. So this is a guy worth listening to. I'm just curious, before he comes out, if you've heard of Jabril before, put a number 1 in the questions box. And if you haven't, put a number 2, just so that he can see how many of you have heard of him and haven't. Okay, so dude, literally like, you know, probably 70, 80% have heard of you. So dude, come on out, man. You know, we're on track, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to you. And dude, take it away, man. Do you want the screen?
Cool. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome, awesome. Excited to be here. Yeah, let me grab the screen and then I'll take it away.
I've just made you presenter, so hopefully that's worked. Let's see. I'm gonna turn my webcam off while you're doing your thing too. Let me turn my camera off. All right, cool, man. I'm going to mute myself out.
Cool. Ooh. Let me go to the beginning. And so one thing that I'm going to tell you really quickly, John is a lot better at graphic design than me. And so, but what I want to do is I want to get right into it and share with you just a lot of what I know in a short amount of time. And then also, I just want to kind of share some of the results that that I've been able to achieve. And I don't always like to share results. I like training more than I like sharing results. But sometimes it is important just to show people that, you know, like they say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And so I want to kind of share with you, you know, how to obtain seemingly impossible numbers, and actually do it at scale. And so if you've been on my training call 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if you're on my call 20 years from now, if you're on my call 50 years from now, this message will still be the same. And what is it? Understanding your audience will lead you to the promised land. And like John was saying earlier on, if you talk to people like humans, it is magical in what type of response you will get. If you talk to them and in your mind, you're like, okay, this is like I'm talking to a friend or a family, and this is how I'm actually treating them. It's so amazing what will happen. And it's a totally different era than the old advertising games, like from TV and radio and all those gimmicks where you were forced to listen to an advertisement because you didn't have an option. Now social media is changing the way that we consume. People have an option. Hey, if I don't like that, I don't got to click on it. I don't have to. They have options and they get to connect with what's authentic. And so if I just leave you with anything, authenticity will move people in magical ways that you won't even know possible. And I know it's a tough thing for a lot of people to really comprehend, like, oh no, but I got to do this, so they do this. I got to do this special trick. I treat marketing like music. I want you to think about your favorite artists really quickly. And why do you resonate with them so much? Is because you have an authentic connection with them. And it's like you don't want the music to stop. You're always excited for that next song, as long as you feel like they're telling you the truth and they're giving you value, right? And that's how I almost treat marketing like an art form. And it's the art of storytelling. And that's the biggest difference for me. And there's so much power in being you. And it doesn't matter what your brand is, authenticity will win. And you'll see more and more over time now that authenticity will far supersede any gimmick that you're seeing in the marketplace. So here's the Facebook story John was talking about real quick, right? So long copy, like this is 2,000 words. And so let me give you a little backstory. So this is one of my business partners, and her name is Tiffany the Budgetnista. And so together, we co-own a financial educational company. And so we teach people about budgeting, about savings, how to fix their credit, how to invest, all things when it comes to financial education. And we believe in a win-win-win-win scenario, because a lot of times people have this negative, connotation of like, hey, in order for someone to win, someone else has to lose. And we've literally changed that, and we've proved it time and time again. So like John was saying here, long copy story. This is about 2,000 words, and what we do is we connect with them, tell them a story, because the finance space is one of the hardest industries out, right? And then after we've related to them and shared the story, we actually give some really good tips within there. And the result, as you can see, 158,000 likes on a post, right? And then 26,000 shares, crazy numbers. So what does this mean numbers wise? So, like I was sharing, this is not typical, and that was just for one ad. We have many different campaigns, and this is at scale. Opt-in rates over 80% at scale. This is when it's hitting, right? When it's hitting on all cylinders, and they can feel your authenticity. This cannot happen without it. And I'm like certain about it. You can't gimmick people to these numbers, because people try and like even pick our funnels apart. And I let them know there's so much more than just hey, the right headline. There's a feeling that they get from the moment that they land on the first ad until the end of the funnel, right? And that is, hey, I trust this person. And things that happen that don't even make logical sense, right? So here with this one, we have another ad that we have either run through videos or image ads. Here you can see 142,000 opt-ins, and these are double conversions on Infusionsoft, 89% opt-in rate, 89% here with the new net worth one we just launched this year, right? And then with the LRC, another one, 100,000. We have multiple campaigns running, much more than this. But I just wanted to share with you, it's possible. You just can't be doing stuff like, quote unquote, the 98%. You have to do it much different. And so here, I just wanted to show you here, right? Here on Facebook, right? So 112,000 leads, right? From the time that we started this one ad, October, to here in 2018. And at 30 cents a lead, 30 cents, right? And then you can see the relevant score. It's like, oh my God, the gymnastic person that does relevant score. I've heard that's not possible. Like I told you, you can accomplish things that most people can't when you lead with something that is so real, right? Like I just want to hit the same picture. You can see the numbers, right? Boom, 10, 10, 10, 30-cent leads on average. Some of them are 24 cents, 25, some are over 38. But on average, for 112,000 leads, I want you to think about this too. It's not just leads. The thing that we see here, this is 112,000 women that, well, probably 99% women that have opted into this, and that they're looking for a better life financially, right? And I understand that it's not just a number to us. We're like, how can we literally change these women's lives? And that's the kind of energy that we go into it. 112,000. Most people don't even have a list of even 10,000, right? And this is just one campaign. We have well over 500,000, within our subscriber base. So that's just one way with lead generation. And you could probably figure out, hey, if you're generating leads at 30 cents, you're probably going to figure out a way to monetize them, especially in the financial space. But I just want to share with you now, before I go any further, my favorite number is number 8. Does this feel like something much different than you've experienced before with the way people are explaining how to do ads? Give me a number 8 if it does feel a little bit different. Okay, 88888. Absolutely, right? And now, so I want to just show you too. And so with that offer, before I was sharing with you, that is going into an email opt-in list where they get to learn, a 21-day challenge about if it's budgeting, if it's saving, it's about credit. Now I just want to share with you, literally, start to finish, a simple affiliate offer. And if you don't know what affiliate offer is, that means, for example, Amazon is a company, and then they might pay you $5 commission for each product that you sell, and you'd be an affiliate of Amazon, right? So Or if, say, we had a course and then we were to give you 50% commission for each person that you sell, that you offer the course and they buy, that would mean you're an affiliate of our product. So I know some people might not understand what an affiliate is, but that's what it is at a short. So details of this offer, right? So a credit score app. So in America, they have things like Credit Karma, Credit Sesame. They have a few others. And then I think if you're in the UK, they have something like Experian. It just allows you to check your credit score, right? And then so for, these companies, what they do, what the value for them is, once you download an app, they know what kind of credit score, they know what kind of problems that you have, right? So they're like, hey, maybe you want to get a credit card for travel. Maybe you need a secured card because your credit is not that good. And so they can offer you all of these financial services once you download, the app, or they can offer you a loan, right? Because they have this information, and that's how they monetize it. And so they're like, hey, we'll pay you $10.50 for each user that you can actually get to download our app. And so what I did, how most people would do it, they're like, oh my God, this app is free and it gives you your credit score and it does this. That's very typical. Now, the way that I do it is, hey, this is, these are like the four main things. Would you like to know how I raise my credit score? And they're like, from a 500 to a 700 or whatever it is, right? And then we make an instructional video saying, hey, these are the four things that, basically impact your credit the most. So utilization is like 30%. Now, your payment history of how you pay on time, and then the type of debt that you have, your credit inquiry. And so we actually go through and educate people. And then we're like, hey, this is a recommended tool that we use personally, and I'd recommend that you use it. It's and because the information is so good in the video, people are tagging their friends like, oh my God, girl, you got to go get this app. You got to follow this person. It's so different, right? So and then here's again are the numbers, and they're astronomically different than most people. And I just told you, I'll start to finish, right? So here's the ad where we actually share the information, right? So it's like, learn how I had an 803 credit score by 25 years old. Something catchy, and there's some more text up here. They watch the video, and you can see this video is literally 4 million views on this video. Like we're pushing major traffic. So, and then from there, we send them either to a blog to explain more further, and then we offer the affiliate offer, or direct to the offer, right? Depending on how much explanation that we've done. So here are the numbers, right? And this is just last month, because I'm really big on like actually doing stuff at a recent time. People are like, oh, I did this thing in 2015 or 2000. I'm like, no, this is like last month, right? So for this offer, and one thing, it might seem like big numbers to you, 28,000. This is just one offer that we've done. So $28,000 has been spent, right, in the last month on this offer. But we didn't start like that. Literally, we started at $100 a month in 2015 for these type of campaigns with my business partner, Tiffany. And she was like, oh my God, we're not spending $100, what? That's a whole nother long story. And I was like, forget it, I'll put my credit card on file. But now we've scaled up, and I just want you to know, you're not gonna start at numbers like these, but this is what the reality for us, right? And as you can see, we're doing crazy numbers. 179,000 link clicks on here, 81,000 landing page views on here, 22,000. But look at the cost, 9 cents a click. And why? Because we offer value like no one else is doing it, right? Everyone's trying to rush the process, and it doesn't feel good for people. They're not treating them like human beings. You can't have that magical moment when you don't treat people like humans. And then here, everyone wins. The company's happy, that we're sending the traffic to. We're sending them quality people because they're educated. The consumer's happy. They're getting what they wanted, this quality app. We're winning. We're making money. Facebook's happy. We're sending them a lot of money. And it's like a win-win-win situation. And it can happen in business if you do things the right way, right? So we spent $28,000. And then the crazy thing is, this took me less than 3 hours to manage for the month. Like there's not much once you do ads right, it doesn't take much much maintenance, less than 3 hours. And then we made $66,000 last month with that. 6,300 conversions. That's over 30,000 profit with less than 3 hours of work. And I have multiple different campaigns. There's campaigns we're doing more than this, right? Everyone always likes to lead with the big campaigns. I was like, no, let me show you actually some of the smaller campaigns. And that's, one of the things that we do. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. But this is what's available. And people don't understand they're living in one of the greatest times in history right now. I mean, if you've seen the elections, not the elections, the thing with Zuckerberg, where the Congress is grilling, they have no clue what's going on. They got no clue. But if you understand, you can change your life in a way that you probably never dreamed possible, right? I said there's a way that you could probably monetize traffic. If you're generating leads at 30 cents a lead, you can monetize your leads. You can figure out a way. I don't even want to put it out there right away. We have a membership site where we charge $9.99 a month, and people told us we're crazy, and we offer stuff. Most people charge $97 or $150 a month for the kind of information that we put in our membership, and we do it at $9.99 a month. Everyone told us we're crazy. You can't do it at the lowest you should do it is $50 a month. But we didn't listen, because we listened to our hearts and we're like, hey, a lot of the people that need our information the most, they're not going to be able to afford it. And so that's what we did. Boom. And then so in the last 30 days with that, just our membership site alone, we've done 153 grand, right? And then here's another affiliate offer. Like I said, that wasn't even the biggest one before, 110,000. With this one, I could go on with it, and it just seems so magical, because it is. Because once you're there to serve the people before yourself, they will feel it in their hearts. And so those are just the numbers. I'm not going to go on and more about numbers. I mean, just that you can see in the last month already over 300,000 with just this, right? Showing you this. But I want to share with you real quick Instagram love, right? This is one tip that literally, so if you're running ads and you take one major takeaway, so Facebook, the price is going up every single day, and it's still profitable for us, as you can see. But here's something that literally I've started to utilize in a really big way. And the only thing that I did was switch the platform. So like a conversion for a membership site, it's about anywhere from $12 to like $18. Here you can see for this campaign, $17 or so, or $16 a conversion. And this is a 2-minute ad on Facebook. But on Instagram, the price is literally in half, because there's hardly anyone, I shouldn't say hardly anyone, but a lot less people are advertising on Instagram. And because of that, the prices are a lot lower. Like if you can just take that one tip away, literally, I could cut your budget in half just by understanding that, right? And you only get this by being around people who are making it happen, and who are basically, they know what's going on. That's a crazy tip. Like if you're running ads, literally just by switching the direction of doing it on Instagram. Instagram's actually simpler. Like there is a totally different method of doing it, but those ads are either 15 seconds or 60 seconds. They're a lot shorter, right? And then I want to pass it back to John here soon, but man, my audio, is my audio really bad? Oh, sorry.
No, your audio's been good, man. Your audio's been fine.
Okay. I was reading some of the comments. They said it was bad, so okay. You guys have me tripping out. I was like, oh no. Okay. And so, and another thing is, right? So some of my homies right here. So, and that's another thing about the internet, right? I can talk however I want to talk, right? I say my homies. Some people will say my friends. I'm like, hey, if you like it, great. If you don't, it is what it is, right? So, my guy Ty Lopez. So he's probably one of the biggest marketers in the world. I personally helped him and his partner Jeremy when they switched from YouTube to Facebook. I was the person that helped them. Their campaigns were doing 1-to-1, and they couldn't really get them profitable. And I helped them get to 2.5 times profit. Right? They went from making literally no money on Facebook to making like $10,000 a day. And obviously they're huge guys. And but Ty was just hitting me up again recently, like, hey, this is changing. And he's like, what are you doing here? And I was sharing. He's like, oh my God, like I want to learn some of that stuff from you. And then here I am with Ty and Brandon Cardiff, in the fitness space, just in Ty's backyard. And then another guy who's really good at ads is Billy Jeans. He's pretty well known in the space. And I was sharing some of the stuff that we're up to, and then I was on his live show, but this chat is actually, I think it was like a month or so after the show. I was just sharing them. I was like, yo, we did 4,200 leads yesterday, and I showed them the screenshot, like, because me, I'm just like, people talk about it, but I'm like, yo, no, here's the screenshots. And then so it adds weight when you can like back up everything, like no BS, like here's what it is. And I was like, $600 spent for 4,200. He's like, literally talking about you right now in the live stream. So I guess he was doing a live stream, and I was like, haha, no way. And but then he's like, I blocked that out so you didn't have to have any cursing. But he's like, effing nuts. He's like, you got to do some consulting for us. I'll pay you. And so, and because he respects my time, he was like, he offers to pay because he knows my time is valuable. And even though we're friends, he still offers to pay me if I'm going to consult with him when it comes to business matters, right? And it's like the same reason if I go to a concert of a friend, I'm like, hey, let me pay. I don't need free tickets. Like some situations I do go for free, like if it happens that way. But yeah, even people who are experts, and Billy, I think Billy did 800 grand last month himself, $800,000 himself. But they still like to network with other people because they know that they could be missing out on something. And they always realize you can't be the expert in everything, and you can always pick up something from, like I learned from Billy, like I learned from Ty, and I learned from other people. But anyway, I want to kind of bring John back out. I've been rolling, I think for about 10, 15 minutes. And so I want John to come back out real quick.
Cool, man. I'm here, brother. Appreciate it. I'll go ahead and grab the screen back. One sec.
Cool.
Let's see if this works here. All right, let me know real quick, Jabril, if you can. Actually, I'll ask everyone. Go ahead and give me a yes in the questions box if you can now see my screen again. Go ahead and let me know. Yes, awesome. Okay, very cool. Jabril, man, appreciate that. That's just awesome stuff. And I can see from the questions box, people getting so much good stuff from that. So what I want to do is we're here just past the top of the hour. I've got a little bit more I want to take you guys through, which I think you're going to really enjoy. You guys you're doing good? Put a 1 in the questions box. Number 1, if you're still good and you want us to keep going, go ahead and put 1 in there. Of course. Here we go. So part 4 then, and this transitions quite nicely from what Jabril was showing, about, how well Instagram is doing for him right now. I want to share with you why Instagram is not to be ignored anymore and how today is literally the perfect time to jump on the Instagram train, right? I kind of see the relationship between Facebook and Instagram right now a bit like, or has been rather, a bit like Batman and Robin. Like Facebook's always been the main character, the cool kid on the block. Robin's kind of like the sidekick that no one really cares about, right? If you're a Robin fan, I apologize, but let's just be honest, right? Robin's kind of secondary, right? But now it kind of seems like, not roles are reversing, but the student is becoming the master. Like Instagram has grown exponentially over the past few years. I'm sure you've seen, but some interesting stats that was going to help you understand this is first, Instagram's approaching 1 billion users, right? It's insane. Did you know this? 80% of people on the Instagram platform follow a business page. That is good news for people like me and you. It is robust now. It's well tested. It's a well-oiled machine. And it's not just for the kids anymore. I think Jabril was just sharing with me just yesterday that now Instagram, one of the fastest growing demographics of people on the platform is between 35 and 44. Okay. So it's not just for the kids anymore. And I'm going to prove it to you with just 2 slides. Okay. Just 2 slides. I'm going to prove to you why Instagram is the place that you should be right now. Okay. And here it is. Here's the first one. Facebook. This is taken from a website called Statistica. Okay. Facebook's advertising revenue last year, 2017, look at this, $39 billion in revenue. Okay. That is insane. Okay. Wrap your head around that. Mark Zuckerberg, he's happy. He's got big pockets now. 39 billion. I was about to say million. 39 billion in revenue last year, 2017. But now check this out. Now this is Instagram. 2017, 3.6 billion in revenue on Instagram. What does this mean for us? Why am I getting so excited about this? Well, there's 2 things that we need to take away from this that are game changing. Okay. The first thing is the fact that last year, okay, Instagram, their advertising revenue was 3.6 billion. That means the first thing, there are advertisers on the platform spending a boatload of money. If businesses are spending money, it's going well for them. They would not be growing year after year like this if advertisers were not having a good experience and actually getting a good return. Okay. And the fact that it's now got into the billions in spend, that means that it is a well-oiled machine. Okay. So we're not going to be the guinea pigs now coming onto this platform. But then the second thing we need to pay attention to is that it's still 10 times less competition than on Facebook. 10 times less. So not only is it now the perfect time because it has been proven and the guinea pigs have come in and they've said they're happy, but there's still 10 times less competition than on Facebook. So here's the even better news. We're seeing cheaper costs on Facebook, like Jabril was sharing. We're getting great quality leads. Conversions to sales are really good. And the ads themselves are easier to put together than Facebook ads. Obviously, let's delve a bit deeper on that. We've been talking about the kinds of ads we put together on Facebook. It takes a bit of time, well worth doing, but a video, long form text, the ads on Instagram, this is an example of the type of ads we put together, right? You can only actually do currently right now 2 different types of ads. You can do either up to a 60-second video as an Instagram newsfeed ad, or you can do up to a 15-second story ad, or we call them swipe up ads, right? So these are 2 screenshots of literally ads that we have that we are running actively on the Instagram platform and we're doing really well with, right? And so the good news for this is it means there's less to do. You can still cram into that 60 seconds a bit of education, right? Something that emotionally moves your audience. You can still create a message. You can still do the stuff we've been talking about with these types of ads. You just got to do it quicker, which makes your job easier, right? Let's take a look at some numbers. Jabril shared some already, but check this out. This is on Instagram. We're seeing cost per click at 3 pence. 3 pence cost per click on Instagram. If you cannot make that profitable, I don't know. Look, if you get a 30% opt-in rate, you're looking at leads less than 10 cents, right? If you can't make that profitable, I don't know what you're doing in business, okay? Right? And we can come in and help you. But don't hear what we're not saying. We're not suggesting that you ditch Facebook and go to Instagram. We're suggesting that you run with both Facebook and Instagram. Heck, they are both managed from the same dashboard. They're literally on the same platform. So we just want to get you excited for diving in and jumping on the Instagram train right now, because the time is right. It's one of the biggest updates that we could give you right now on this training is if you're not using Instagram, then literally now is the time. Okay. So here's what we've covered so far in today's training. We talked about the biggest mistakes that people are making with their Facebook ads that is setting them up for failure before they even begin. We've talked about the future-proof new school strategy for winning Facebook ads that moves your audience into action. Part 3, we talked about how to attain seemingly impossible numbers and do it at scale. And part 4 is why Instagram is not to be ignored and how today is the perfect time to jump on the Instagram train. We've covered a lot. I want to ask you a question at this point. Has your time on this training been well spent? Give me a big yes in the questions box, only if you mean it. We just want to, we just want our heads to, be even bigger. No, I'm just kidding. But it's helpful for us to know if this has been worth your time. It takes a lot of time putting these presentations together. We just want to know, okay, I'm seeing a bunch of yeses. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you can do at this point. Option 1 is that you can take what we've taught you here today. We've shared some good stuff. You can have a stab at it, try and get it working for yourself, and we will wish you absolutely the best. Option 2 is what if we personally helped, coached, and mentored you through the entire process? What if we took an active role in your results and worked with you to help you achieve this for yourself? If that would interest you, then I have a question for you. Okay, there is something that myself and Jabril are very excited about. It's called Add Value Inner Circle. We've put together something that we've literally never done before. This is not just another training. This is not, we're literally putting together something that is going to probably change more lives than we've ever experienced before with our trainings. And I would love the opportunity to share it with you. Go ahead and give me a number 1 in the questions box if you would like to hear about what we've got going on, if that would be of value and benefit to you. So I'm getting a bit distracted by my own little video there of, of this kid being super excited in the water. Okay, I see a bunch of ones. Awesome. I'd love the honor of sharing this with you. And I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick now. And I'm going to probably take about 10 minutes. And then myself and Jabril, we're going to stay on for Q&A for as long as you need any questions that you have. So Add Value Inner Circle is ongoing, what's working right now, coaching and mentorship with myself, Jabril, and our team. Now, the reason we're doing this, as I shared with you 2 years ago, we launched a program called Social Traffic Blueprint, right? It's not on sale anymore. If you go looking for it, you won't find it, right? But we literally had hundreds of people come into this program. And one of the things that we added in addition to this training was we added a few Q&A calls. We decided, hey, let's just hang out with our members, every so often, and let's just do some Q&A so we can help them overcome any hurdles or take a look at their campaigns. And the results that we saw from this component of the Q&A changed everything. You know, we showed you these at the beginning, but I'll show them again in case you missed them. We've got a member called Kat who's got having a 25% ROI on her ads. She's getting 77-cent leads, right? These are real people posting in our group. Maybe you think that Facebook ads doesn't work for things, you know, offline, like real estate. Well, Ryan Dossey, one of our members, $400 on ad spend, and he made $2,000 a month from a client on a 6-month contract. He spent $700 and closed an $8,000 deal. Okay, real people in our group. Harnett made her first $300 using the training. 62-cent leads from Libya, right? Reese posted in the group that he spent £23, and for that made a return of $349 and 20 cents. Let's not forget the 20 cents. Okay, and then Godswill is building his list, brand new, and he's built an email list of 100 people with this program. And we could go on and on and on. If you're in our program, then you see the success. But what we realized was this: it was very important. Every success story and testimonial that we have didn't go through the course, or didn't just go through the course. They interacted directly with myself and Jabril. Okay, and we realize that that's true for ourselves, right? Whenever I've wanted to learn something, I go straight to the top. I say, who's the best and how can I get some coaching from them? So why should it be any different for you? Let me ask you a question. Which do you think is the quickest route to success? Going through some training, or actually getting hands-on help from 2 people in the trenches getting it done? Let me know in the questions box, A or B. Very, very cool. Timothy has answered in a perfect way. He said both. Absolutely. Absolutely. So check this out. We realized very quickly more training is not the answer, right? I know this. You know this. Think about how many training programs have you bought in the last 12 months? Now, of those trainings, how many have you gone through? Okay. We're all in the same boat. And of the ones you went through, how many did you implement that actually got results? It's very difficult. Right? You find hurdles, you have hiccups, and there's no one there to support you. We realized that to get results and get them quickly, you need coaching. So we sat down, myself and Jabril said, what if we could create something that was not centered around training, but was rather centered around coaching? And what if you could have myself and Jabril looking over your stuff and personally helping you? What if you could be in our inner circle and be the first to know about what's working, what's changing every single month? And what if we could actually make it affordable instead of the $12,000 a year that we've charged for coaching in the past? We've done it. We've done it with this thing called Add Value Inner Circle, right? Playing on that idea that to make paid advertising work right now, you have to add value first, right? And we figured out a way to get the perfect blend, like Timothy just said, of training and coaching, right? You need the training aspect, but then you need the handhold coaching, and that is the perfect marriage. And we're going to see so many businesses transformed with what we're doing here. So here's what being in our inner circle can do for you. You will finally be on the inside, right? You won't feel left out. You'll be on the inside. No longer will tech confusion or overwhelm be a problem. You'll be in control to create the life and business that you want with what we teach you. Your business will be working for you, not you working for the business. You'll feel fully equipped to go and crush it with anything you choose, because you will have a skill set that will allow you to do that. And finally, like I shared at the beginning, you will always know how to create income. Okay, you just will, because you now have a skill set. It's not about learning a gimmick or a loophole. Okay, so here's what's included. Let me just go ahead and share with you what you can get when you join us today. We're going to start off with an 8-week live training and Q&A. This is going to take you through the entire process, start to finish, of how to produce Facebook ads that actually get results in the way that we have shared with you, that build your audience quickly and produce you revenue like you haven't seen before. And we're calling this the Academy. We're going to do this live with you across 8 weeks, but then we're going to record every single one. We're going to chop it up and we're going to put it in the members area for you to have lifetime access to. Okay. Then we've also got the No Man Left Behind coaching. Okay. So that's the training that you need. Everything from start to finish is going to be in the Academy, right? Everything from what that button does all the way up to scaling, you know, to the big numbers that you've seen today. It's the same process we took our past students through. Same thing, but now we've got the No Man Left Behind coaching that's going to tip this over the edge. The first thing is the live accelerator call. This is going to happen, get this, every single week. Every single week, you're going to jump out on the accelerator call if you want to. And the man hosting this call is no other than Fuad Agora. This is Jabril's brother, right? Now, funnily enough, myself and Jabril, we're the guys that you see, you know, on the front line, right? We're the ones you see in the videos. You're the ones you have talking to you right now on this training, actually behind the scenes, Fuad is the guy that is running, a lot of my ads, right? And runs alongside Jabril, and he's the guy behind the scenes actually getting this stuff done. While Jabril there is just checking himself out, Fuad's actually on his laptop running ads. This is the man behind the scenes of our campaigns. So if you need help getting set up, if you can't find something in the Facebook dashboard, if you don't understand something in the training, if you just want someone to look over your account, if you just want someone to talk to, you can jump on this call every single week and interact with Fuad. He knows every corner of the Facebook dashboard. He knows everything that is working inside our accounts and with our ads, and he will be an open book for you to talk to every single week if you need him. You will never get stuck again, and confusion and frustration will no longer be a hurdle. But now we go a step further. You get live expert hour calls every other week. Okay, this is with myself and Jabril looking over your stuff. If you want us to help you craft your message, want us to look over your campaign, want us to critique your ads, want us to give you feedback on your landing page, want us to review your funnel, you will have our undivided, phone turned off attention. You can be a fly on the wall as we turbocharge other members. Okay, if you haven't got anything specific you want us to look at on that week's call, you can just listen in as we critique everyone else's. Okay, every other week, myself and Jabril live on these calls. But it gets even better. We're doing a live monthly insider call. When we were putting this together, we said, what would they need to have everything in one place that they would need to absolutely crush Facebook? And we thought, let's do a monthly call, and we'll call it the monthly insider, where this is a first look at what we're personally working on. Right? What is working for us this month? What have we tested and tried that didn't work? So you can learn from our mistakes and save money. We're going to show case studies of our best ads that month. We're going to share member success, what's working for our members. Let's bring them out. Let's interview them. We're going to do month in review. What does the Facebook landscape and Instagram landscape look like? And you are now in the inner circle, right? You are on the forefront of what's working, what's changing, and you will be the person, the people that Tai Lopez hit up and Billie Jean hit up, right? But it doesn't stop there. The Facebook support system. This will be a private Facebook community for inner circle members only. We can mastermind with other members of our inner circle. We can share successes. You can ask questions. You can share your in the results that you're getting, like our other members, and myself and Jabril are in there every single day alongside my team. Okay. So to recap everything you're getting, and by the way, sometimes it's very easy to just put some kind of fancy pants number up here as a value. Myself and Jabril charge a minimum of $1,000 an hour. In fact, I just jumped off a call with a guy called Greg, and he wants me to come into his team, and he's here in the UK. I'm going to be helping him build a webinar, and he wants me to come in and spend a few hours with his team, and that's going to be a $10,000 program, okay, for a few hours with his team. So this is actually real value based on the amount of time that we are going to be putting into this personally, okay? And so this is a total value of $7,997 a month if we were to actually roll this out at the cost that we charge for coaching. So what I want to ask you is, what is all this worth to you? Okay, because you're not going to pay the $7,997 a month. You won't even pay $3,997. But I want you to think about a couple of things. What would it be worth to you to just be on the inside, finally on the inside of exactly what's working on the Facebook platform day by day? And what would it be worth to you to have myself and Jabril personally looking over your business whenever you need? Okay, and what would it be worth to just create one winning ad that you could scale indefinitely? Would it be worth that price tag of $3,997? Of course it would, right? It was worth it for these members. You've probably heard these stories before. Justin Vrenger, applying this training, has literally made millions of dollars on the internet. Tai Lopez and Jeremy Van Dyke, Jabril shared that with you. They're now at 12,500 every single day. We've got Keith Palmatier, didn't even know how to log into Skype. Now he put $40,000 in his bank account. Nathan Buchan went from struggling in his business to make any sales whatsoever to now making anywhere between 12 and 20,000 in sales every single month, and he just travels the world. Hence the monkey on his shoulder, right? It's one of the coolest people you've ever met. And then Kat, that I shared with you earlier, I've saved the best till last with her story. She gave us an update recently, and look at this. She says, I'm now spending $270 a day, and I'm making 10x ROI every single day. That's $270 in, $2,700 out. Okay, and she gave us a further update and said, I've literally gone from zero coming into your program to now $40,000 a month. What would that do for your business to come in, have some conversations with myself and Jabril on our weekly calls, and be able to go from zero to 40,000? That is exponential growth, and that is what's genuinely realistic for you. We cannot and will not and do not promise that for you, but these are real people getting these results. And now we're about to just turn this up, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. We want you to be next. It is possible for you, and we're excited. So we decided to do something very special. Rather than charging you $3,997 to come into this training, check this out. You're going to freak out. Rather than you committing to a program that we genuinely could have charged $3,997 and we're considering doing a lifetime membership. What if you could pay a tiny, and I mean tiny fraction of that today to simply try us out? Would you be interested in that? Go ahead and put a yes in the questions box if that statement there would interest you. Trying us out for a fraction and see if you like what we've got for you. Okay, I see a bunch of yeses coming in. Awesome. Okay, well, check this out. This is what we decided to do today. Drum roll, please. You can get started today for $197. Rather than committing, we're going to charge you just every month. You can come in $197 per month and stay with us for as little or as long as you want. Okay. Now, if you're like our other members and you're getting results, you're going to want to stay with us for years, and that's what we are aiming to do. So we're going to be proving ourselves month on month that we're worth staying with. Right. So now we take all the risk on our shoulders. You're not committing to a $4,000 coaching program. You're just committing every month to keep trying us out. And we're going to show you every month the results that you can get. And we plan and we will be working to keep you a member for years and years and years. And we're going to do that by getting you results. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And we've literally never done something like this before. We've never been more confident. And the time has never been more perfect for us to do something like this. And that's why we're so confident that we can get you results with this. So this is $197 per month. You can cancel anytime. There is zero commitment. Okay, if you don't like us, cancel next month. You'll never hear from us again. In fact, you will. It'll be our well wishes. Okay, so you can go to addvalueinnercircle.com and you can get started. So let me go ahead and just type that in the chat box real quick here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that in here. www.addvalueinnercircle.com. Okay, I've put that in the chat box. Jabril, if you could just check that behind the scenes, make sure that's working. If it's not, put the real one. But I've got a couple of extra things I want to take you through. Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is for those of you that already know that you want to work closely with myself and Jabril and you want to do it on an ongoing basis, you can save an instant $867 with a 12-month plan. So rather than $2,364 per year, you can sign up for $1,497. So for those of you that you just know you're serious about this, you're serious about your results, you're serious about changing your life and your business right now moving forward, and you know that myself and Jabril are the ones to help, okay, then you can save literally almost $1,000 by signing up for the year, and we'll run together and we will just get you some astonishing results and we'll build a phenomenal friendship. So you can go to addvalueinnercircle.com and you can decide which is the best suited plan for yourself. But here's what we are doing. We're opening up 30 spots on this webinar, and mark my words, we will be closing this down. We will absolutely be closing this down, and you will see that as we send out an email after this webinar, right? But I do have some special bonuses for those of you who decide to jump in today with us. The first bonus is this: Insta Value, step-by-step training on Instagram ads. If you like the idea of running with Instagram and getting in while the oven is hot, if that's a phrase, I just kind of made that up. Step-by-step training on Instagram, showing you exactly how to put the ads together, exactly how to run them, exactly how to find the right audience, and exactly how to make them work for your business right now while it is hot. Okay. Bonus number 2, high converting funnel secrets, right? This is where I'm going to come in and I'm going to go ahead and show you what is working right now in the world of lead generation. Okay. If you're looking to build a huge email list, if you're looking to, create a ton of value for your audience, if you're looking to create a following who buy anything that you recommend to them because they trust you, and if you want to do that to a phenomenal extent, you're going to learn that in High Converting Funnel Secrets. This right here is an award that I received from Russell Brunson over at ClickFunnels for doing a funnel that does over $1 million. Okay, so I know what's working. These are just various screenshots of the stuff we've got going on. I don't want to just talk about results. I think you know that we get results, and we're going to show you how to build a phenomenal funnel in bonus number 2. Bonus number 3 is retargeting value loop, right? How many of you are watching this going, man, I want to do retargeting. I want to do it well, right? What would it be like to effectively follow up with your audience, right? It's the low-hanging fruit. It's low-hanging fruit revenue. If someone has already visited your ad or visited your webpage, going back to that person and offering them something else or reminding them to take action, that is far cheaper than going out to someone brand new. So we're going to show you that, but not only that, we're going to show you our ads that are getting a 5 to 10x ROI with simple retargeting ads. We're going to show you how to be literally everywhere. We're going to show you the right retargeting strategy that's working right now. We're going to show you cross-platform remarketing. So if someone visits your ad on Facebook, you can see them on YouTube. You can see them on blogs. You could be everywhere. And we're going to show you how you can take a dead list or a dead audience, upload it into Facebook or Instagram and revive that dead list. Bonus number 4 is our affiliate program, right? And we just thought, let's just be fully transparent here. The value of this is completely in your control. We've had affiliates that come in and promote our products and done, upwards of $74,000 in revenue. Okay. What would it feel like to come into the Add Value Inner Circle and just get a couple of members to come and join you too? And that covers your membership. How cool would that be, right? You come and join either the yearly plan, or let's say it's $197 per month. You tell a couple of your friends about how cool this membership is and you suggest they come in too, and that covers your membership. How cool would that be? Now you're in for free and you can keep recommending friends, and you could even make quite a sizable side income just by telling people about our awesome program, right? So here's what's included. You've got the 8-week live training, which we're calling the Academy, taking you from top to bottom of our specific process and blueprints for creating Facebook ads that absolutely crush and then scaling them to the moon. You're going to get the live accelerator calls every single week. You will never get stuck again. You're going to have the live expert hours with myself and Jabril to look over your stuff. You've got the live monthly insider, what's working, what's not, what's hot right now. You've got the Facebook support system. Then you've got the Instagram ad training. You've got high converting funnel secrets, retargeting value loop, and the affiliate program. Total value of $9,788. If we were to sell this separately, you can go to addvalueinnercircle.com, choose your plan, and we cannot wait to have you in if you're one of the first 30 from this webinar. You'll click that button or you'll go to that link and you'll see a page that looks something like this, give you a recap of everything that's included, and you can go ahead and click on continue to next step, and you can go ahead and sign up, and you can be in the members area literally in a few minutes from right now. So before we go to Q&A, if you are here right now and you are saying, I know that this is what I need to move forward, if you decide to make a decision, take a chance on us. We've taken the risk on our shoulders, proving ourselves to you month after month. If you don't like us, just cancel. You'll never hear from us again. Okay, so we have all the risk on our shoulders already. But if you make a decision to just try us out on today's webinar, okay, we have 3 bonuses for those fast action takers that join us today. The first is this video ads blueprint updated for 2018. If you would like to learn how we're putting videos together, myself and Jabril, literally getting millions of views, what if we could just tell you line by line how to put that video together? Would that help you? Okay, well, we're going to do that. We're going to take all the guesswork out, and you can just have our templates and our blueprints. Same thing for the stories. How would it feel? Imagine you put an image on Facebook right now and you put your story next to it, you launch that ad. Imagine if literally in minutes and hours you had, the likes were coming in, the shares were coming in, the comments were coming in, and then the leads and the sales are coming in from a story that you wrote, right? What if we could just give you the template to achieve that for yourself? That's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to give you the Story Ad Secrets template and blueprint. And the fast action bonus number 3, check this out. It's going to blow you away. We're going to do a live event. We're doing it. We're going to bring our Add Value Inner Circle community together in one room under one roof. And you're going to learn not only directly from us, you're going to have accountability from us right there in the room. We're going to force you to build this business at that live event. Now, dates for this are to be confirmed. We are confirming right now that we're doing an event, and it's going to be in the next few months. But you, as an Add Value Inner Circle member, you will have a free ticket. You will see that we will be selling this event, and we will allow a couple of outsiders to come in, but this will be a small event, a small room, and you're going to have a guaranteed seat at this event, and you're not going to pay a penny. Okay, so if you want to come and meet me and Jabril, if you want to shake our hand and actually interact with us, you can find us at this live event. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So finally, here's everything you're getting. This is the 8-week live training and Q&A called the Academy. You get the live accelerator calls every single week with Fuad. You will never get stuck again. Live expert hour every other week. Myself and Jabril, we are yours to look at your stuff, your ads, and critique what you've got going on. Then live monthly insider calls every month. What is working on the Facebook landscape? Facebook support system, interacting with your peers and asking questions in the group. Then we've got Instagram ad training, the high converting funnel secrets, the retargeting value loop, the affiliate program, the video ad blueprint, the story ad secrets, and the ad value live event. Total value, a very real value of 11,288,000. In fact, it's very close to the 12,000 that we usually charge for coaching. So if you're interested and you want to join and you want to secure those bonuses before this webinar is over, then go to addvalueinnercircle.com. It's $197 a month, or you can save $867, a sizable saving, by saying, you know what, I'm committed. I'm committed to my business. I'm committed to getting results. I'm committed to making a change in what I'm doing right now. And you are the guys to take me forward. And I would rather save $1,000 to do it, or almost $1,000. Okay. So Add Value Inner Circle is for you if you truly are ready to level up from where you are right now. You want exceptional results. You've had enough of just training, and you're ready for some Facebook experts to actually help you make this work. It's for you if you have, if you're tired of seeing everyone else around you winning, right? If you're just looking on Facebook, you're seeing the ads, you're seeing the competition, you're seeing your peers, and everyone else seems to be getting results, and you feel like you're getting left behind, right? This is for you. And it's for you if you just sat there going, this is my time. This is just my time. Too long have I now sat back, not fully committed. Too long have I sat back and just kind of dabbled, put my toe in. Too long have I sat back and kind of tried this thing and kind of then just given up with one method. I'll move on to another one. And it's your time right now. And if you feel like that, we'd love to have you in, and you'll be on the inside right now with myself and Jabril. Everyone else will be just, you know, it will be the blind leading the blind. You'll see it. But the people in our group, the results are going to be exponential. Okay, we're going to do it again, but we're going to do it better than ever. So you can go ahead and join. The link is on the screen. The link is also in the chat box. I'm going to go ahead and shut up now, and we're going to go to some Q&A, because we actually want to help you, regardless of whether you join us or not. We want to see what you're up to. We want to see how we can help, and we'll go ahead and answer some questions. So go ahead and let me know in the questions box. And Jabril, let's just check that your audio is working, and maybe you can jump out here with me as well to see if you're all good to go.
My audio is absolutely not working.
Oh, it's not working?
Absolutely not. You should not be able to hear me right now.
Okay.
I'm messing with this.
Wait, you're kind of not, because you are going in and out a little bit. It's not.
Oh no. Oh no, yeah, it just turned around. Like
Don't worry. All right. Well, we'll go through question by question, and then yeah, and then if there's anything that you want to answer, you can go ahead and do that. I'm just going through the questions now. By the way, before we go to Q&A, let me just check something real quick, because I want to see where we're up to with the 30 people and with the bonuses. If you have made a decision to jump in, whether you have already joined or whether you just made a decision right now, this is for me, and maybe you're on the checkout page or you're about to be, just go ahead and put your name in the questions box right now. Just go ahead and put your name in the questions box if you have either already joined or you've made a decision to join right now. So I just want to see, make sure we've got the bonuses for the right people. Okay, awesome. Chase Swift, man, good to have you, brother. Carmen is in, awesome. We've got Paul, we've got Scott, we've got Cheryl, we've got Chris, we've got Latrine, we've got Terry, we've got Duana, we've got George, we've got Mary, we've got Noah, we've got Jeremy, we've got Guy, we've got Imran, we've got Saif, awesome. We've got David, we've got Mario, we've got Miranda says, my daughter. Fantastic. We've got Ruth, we've got Aweb, we've got Jeremy, we've got Tabby, we've got Keith. Okay, awesome. It does look like we are getting close. George says going to join. Awesome. Patricia says hi from the. Okay, awesome. Joe. Matthew says. Okay, Matthew says I want to be in. If I pay for the monthly plan, can I change to a yearly after a month or two? That's a great question, Matthew. Matthew says I want to join in, but if I pay for the monthly plan, can I change to the yearly after a month or two? We will do that for you. So what you could do is once you're in, by the way, you'll be in the family and you'll have easy access to not only us, but also my team. So you can just reach out to my team and say that you'd like to join the yearly plan, and you'll be able to do that. The only thing that I'll say is that eventually, as we move forward, the yearly plan will go up in price, along with the regular plan too. So it will, to be fair to everyone, it'll be the price that the current yearly plan is. Does that make sense? So it'll obviously still be a discount, from the monthly, but the price will go up. But you should be good for the next, month or two. So, so yeah, absolutely, you can get back and contact my team, and you could upgrade. Godswill says sure to join in. Awesome, Godswill. Love your results already, man, and we're excited to have you in this one too. Fantastic. Gary Austin says I'll join JMB. Awesome, man. Good to have you, brother. Very, very cool. Cool. Rebecca says, can I join in about a month or two? If I'm totally honest with you, Rebecca, probably not. And I'll tell you why. Because after this webinar, we're going to, if there are spots left, we're going to have this open for the next few days. And then we're actually going to close it down. And we're not sure right now. We will open back up again. Let's be fully transparent, right? We are going to open back up again, but we're not sure when at this point. We really just don't know. So if, you'll hear about it if we do. Peter says, I've joined. Awesome. People are saying, any way to pay with PayPal? Unfortunately, at this point, we don't. We just don't. It's a really funny thing about our merchant setup with our checkout pages. We can't do PayPal for ongoing recurring payments. There isn't that marriage between our checkout software and PayPal. As silly as that seems, we're supposed to be online gurus and we can't even get PayPal working. So as of right now, it's just credit or debit card. But we will try and sort that out soon. Whether we can do it for this first time around, we're not sure. Cool. Fantastic. I'm Ma. He said just joined. Matt says I'm going to be obnoxiously committed. So you better bring it, guys. Oh, we'll be there. We'll be there. Very, very cool. Very, very good question. George says the month-by-month plan, if it goes up, will we have to pay that when it happens? No, good question. When you join today, if we ever increase the price, you will remain on the price that we launched on. I want you to understand this. This literally is the first time we are launching this, and this is our launch price. So if we ever go up in price, which naturally over the next, few months and years, however often we decide to open and close it, with each opening and closing, the likelihood is we're going to keep raising the price. When you join today, this is like a founder's price, right? So you will remain on that plan. So if we ever go up to 397, okay, like Frank Kern's membership, guess what? You're going to stay at 197 because you joined today. Cool. Terry says, how do you make the videos? We've got training on that too. We've got training on that process, so don't you worry about that. Cool. Morgan says, I'll be in after a few hours. Fantastic. Very, very cool. Says, I think that's how I pronounce your name. Sorry. You've said, I've already bought STB. Can I still promote STB? Absolutely. 100%. If you're in STB, that, by the way, this isn't replacing STB. We're not actively selling STB anymore. It's a phenomenal program, but we are still supporting that program. Okay. But we are naturally, and I'm already seeing the names coming in. There are so many people that are inside our STB community who just are already loving the idea of add value in a circle, and they've already jumped in. So we're going to have a lot of people from STB that have got value from that. They want to now come in and jump into something like this with us. And so you're very welcome to go ahead and do the same. But yeah, everything that's in STB, you still got that, including the affiliate program. David says, I'm in now. Awesome. Brian says, I'm joining today. Very cool. So let me do this. I want to make sure I definitely get to the questions. If I've missed anything, so I know there are a bunch of questions above. If you have already posted a question and I've missed it, just go ahead and repost the question, please. Okay. I apologize for saying that, just because there's literally hundreds of you on the line here. So, and hundreds of chat threads coming in. So if you posted a question already and I haven't acknowledged it, then please just go ahead and repost it now, and I'm going to work my way down from where I am right now and definitely get to every single question. So cool. Nahid says, I'm interested in the webinar training that I missed last month. Would that be available? Unfortunately, that is currently closed. So the answer is unfortunately no. Cool. Gary says, gents, I believe I heard you speak of moving away from YouTube and focusing more on Facebook and Instagram. If that's the case, would you mind discussing why you're moving away from and towards another platform. No, we didn't ever say that. In fact, YouTube is still a big platform. Myself and my team have been crushing YouTube ads and doing really well with it. We're not quite ready to teach it because we're still figuring stuff out. We only want to teach stuff when we know we're some of the best at teaching it. But no, absolutely not. YouTube's still doing really, really well, and actually still worth pursuing too. Facebook and Instagram are just it's very difficult to not make Facebook and Instagram work if you follow our processes. But it's still worth looking into YouTube on the side as well. Very cool. Cheryl says, do we have to pay for other programs, e.g. autoresponder, etc., to get the best out of the system? This isn't a system. This is our coaching. And you will need to set up any third-party stuff that you need to run your business, right? It's a business after all. So if you're doing any kind of lead generation, yeah, you'll need an autoresponder. If you need to be building funnels and web pages, yeah, you might need something like ClickFunnels or lead pages. So that's that's you running your business. This is us coaching you on now how to use paid advertising to get clients and customers and ultimately see success with your business. But yeah, whatever tools that you need to make that happen, you definitely still need. Preeti says, hi, John, will you still be doing STB calls? Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. We won't be doing them ongoingly now. When we made the original STB offer, that was for a limited time period of coaching calls, and we've kind of done them indefinitely for the last couple of years. But now that we've launched an official coaching program, eventually this will be the place where you can get myself and Jabril live every month. But we will fulfill on the STB calls that we promised, 100%. Cool. Ruth says, what happens for different time zones on the calls? Great question. We're going to mix them up. So the accelerator calls and the expert hour and the monthly insider, they'll be at different times so that if you miss one, you can join another one. But also get this, every single one is being recorded and you can go ahead and access them in an archive. We're going to have every single one in the members area. Second to that, you can actually post your questions before the calls, and you can make a request in the group that question be answered on the call, and we will do that. Or you could just straight up post your question in the group on Facebook and we'll answer it there. So either way, if you're in the membership, you will get your questions answered, whether you can join the calls live, whether you submit your questions and we answer them and you can watch the recordings, or whether you ask us in the group. So 100%. Chris says, what if I don't have a business or product to advertise right now? Will you give any help for choosing something to promote? Absolutely. We're actually going to do a section in the academy training that I mentioned. We're actually going to do a section on how to on how to actually choose an offer, right? So if you're brand new, and like for example, when Jabril was talking about his affiliate offer with the credit score application, we're going to show you different ways to find offers like that you can go for. In fact, I've spoken for quite a little while here, Jabril. I don't know if you want to pop out and kind of expand on that question in a bit more detail. I don't want to be hogging the mic here. I've just been reeling the questions off. But in terms of us helping them find different offers, we go into that in the training, don't we?
Yeah, no, definitely. So one of the biggest things is that I tell people is not to focus on a million different offers. Once you know your industry, there's different platforms out there where you can, find these different affiliate offers, and they can't, oh man, basically, it's not as difficult as people think. Once you have your industry and you know the direction that you want to go, you find product or service that resonates with you. Like I said, authenticity will create the magic. So it's not just about, hey, I heard this thing makes a lot of money, because the way someone else can speak about it because they've been using it or like they know about that industry is going to be different, than you if you're not in that space. So one of the things that I like to really teach is just fundamentals of learning how to promote products. And once you know that process, then you can literally, you can go to different industries if that works for you. So like for me, I fundamentally understand, marketing and gaps and funnels and, all that good stuff. So it really completely, and but I want to be passionate about the subject. Like I'm passionate about, the financial space, and if it was fitness, I can go from industry to industry with no problem, as long as I really like the person that I'm working with first and foremost, and then have just a little bit of knowledge about that space, because it comes down to, the art of story, storytelling and authenticity. You can relate it, and as long as you understand that audience that you're speaking to, you can relay that message, right? And do it through education, which is gonna provide numbers that will blow people away. And then sometimes you just do short, you can do shorter ads. And another thing is that I've learned is, always stay humble. Stay humble and always ready to learn, because I learn things every single day. As much as I know now, I mean, I've been marketing online for like almost like for about 15 years, over 15 years already. And I'm still learning stuff every single day. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm learning more about short ads under 60 seconds, and how to have a connection there. And then even 15 seconds where you don't have too much of a connection, but you get straight to the point. And then you do have to make up for it in the, in the back end. But there's a method for anyone. Anyway, it's just that you have to understand your audience, and that's what we're so excited about, shifting the culture, the industry of how people market, because you're going to see, like, the people that are in the add value inner circle, they're going to be doing things in a way that's completely different than the majority of the people, marketing online. And, they're going to be riding the wave of what's actually happening in the marketplace today. I see, are you teaching email marketing in add value, Mario? We don't teach email specific. I know John has, options for that. We'll go over some of the basics, maybe like a headline or two, but that's not what we focus on. We literally focus on, creating ad content, and then the ads and managing them, and then also like that first entryway into the funnel. That's where we focus on, right? We figure, let's do something really good, and let's not confuse people by doing a million things. And so, that's what we focus. Um, so, Chris, do you have ad copies for credit? So here's the thing, Chris. uh, it's not about copying an ad verbatim here. It's about getting something that's going to be authentic to you. We're going to give you the framework, right, of how to create, content. So because we don't do credit restoration per se ourselves, we teach people how to, fix their credit, like in an educational format, but not as a credit restoration. So for us, we would teach you about, hey, give the people, these tips about credit restoration, and then how it works in XYZ. And it's like, boom. And then they can go and follow up and be like, hey, this is a good option for it, right? They're like, oh, okay, makes sense. Right. So that's something I would suggest. Peter Daly, is this live 8-week training separate from the weekly accelerator call? Yes, it is. That is a completely separate call. Would you recommend other tools such as creating landing pages and video apps, etc.? Yeah, for landing pages, I mean, we use ClickFunnels quite a bit. So that's what I would suggest. Ruth says I'm in. And then
Hey Jabril, if I can be so rude and just butt in real quick, I've just got a text from my team reminding me about something that I've made a mistake. So that question, who is it that asked about whether they can join yearly later on? I can't remember whose question that was. I think it was a gentleman called Matthew. I have a correction to make, Matthew, and I deeply apologize. I got this wrong. My team just texted me because they're listening in. This is an offer that we're doing for this webinar while we're launching, but when we close this down, we won't have this yearly price again. And so this is just while we're on this webinar and while we're doing this initial promotion. So I made that mistake there. That saving of 867, that is while we're on this webinar. So the price and offer still stands for every single person that's here right now. You can join at $197 per month, or you can join for a year and save $867. But if you decide to join on a monthly plan, you unfortunately won't be able to upgrade to a year at this price. So I just wanted to clear that up. That was my mistake. I totally got that wrong. So Matthew, I do deeply apologize. If you want to contact our team, we can upgrade you, and we can do that. But for everyone else listening in, if you're on the checkout page, if you're about to join or you're wanting to join and you're figuring out which is the best plan, this 1497 for the year, we've never done a saving like that on anything we've done before. That is just on this webinar. So if you decide to join on the monthly plan, you won't be able to, unfortunately, utilize this price again. So I just wanted to make that clear for everyone. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's answer a few more questions here. So let's see what else we've got. Duana says, where will the live event be held? The live event will be held in the UK. It'll be held most likely somewhere in London. We'll get a nice event. We've got a full-time event planner on our team, so she'll find us something nice. And for those of you that can't attend, by the way, we will record the whole thing and send out the recording. So we'll definitely be doing that. And we'll also, no promises yet, but like, we're feeling good about this event. What we want to do is actually bring in some of our inner circle. So like, you're now in our inner circle, but myself and Jabril, as you know, we're messaging, we're talking with Ty Lopez, we're talking with Billie Jean, we're talking with some of the biggest Facebook marketers on the planet. Imagine if you could not only get in a room with us, but what if we brought some of our inner circle? There might be an option for that. So it's going to be really, really fun. Cool. So I just said cool, and someone here is called cool. You said, what if we don't know how to create videos? We're going to teach you the scripting, we're going to teach you the process, but you can just do some videos on your iPhone, right, or on your smartphone. Okay, literally, technology has evolved so much now that you can go onto Kickstarter and find a bunch of adapters and things to do all kinds of crazy stuff with your camera. So we've got you covered there. Jeffrey says, hell yeah, I'm in STB and Add Value Inner Circle member. Dude, we appreciate you, Jeffrey. Good to have you in, brother.
And I just want to expand real quick. I don't have to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
But yeah, like some of, I know that the number that John was sharing with you with my Instagram ads, like I did that on my phone. I just had a headset on. And I was just chilling out by the pool. I literally just turned my iPhone around and did videos. And then I'll talk about Tiffany as well. Is she'll just, hey, I need to do this video. We don't even have she doesn't have a film person or anything. Well, like, hey, doesn't matter. The most important thing is the actual story and the ad content, and actually like makes us like, oh, okay, let's go next door. It's not everything, super professional, quote unquote, video wise all the time. But we haven't really seen much of a difference in conversions or numbers or anything. I mean, it feels good when it looks cool. I think ads like, that kind of cool jazz. But I want to let you know, as long as you can get good at storytelling, it does not matter. And I think, we've brought up his name a few times. But hey, I'm here in my garage. They did tens of millions of dollars with, just that, with a cell phone video. But me personally, I like quality videos. I like good audio. I like all that. But as long as the audio's good in these videos, you put a headset on, you don't have to have all professional videos. The story is far more important than the production. So I'm sorry, kind of leave with that.
Yeah, no, dude, I appreciate you extending on that. That's awesome. George asked a good question. If we changed our credit cards, do we have the system where we can change payment? What you have to do is contact my team, George. But they'll be all over in the members area. You'll meet them in the members area. They'll be in the Facebook group and all that kind of stuff. So you can just get in touch with someone from my team, and we can get that handled for you. By the way, for everyone that's joining and everyone that has joined, go ahead and go straight into the Facebook group. You'll see a link as soon as your purchase goes through. You'll see a link to the Facebook group. Do make sure you get into there as soon as you can. Like, seriously, the Facebook group is where the magic happens. So we're going to interact. We're going to talk about coaching calls. Me and Jabril go live in the group, from time to time. So please be in that Facebook group and do that. as priority. Brian says, I want $1 million funnel from Russell Brunson. And I know you guys can show me how. Awesome. Very, very cool. What else we got? Cheryl says, are there more upsells that we will need once we sign up? And I'll answer that in two ways, Cheryl. The first is, no, there's nothing else that you need, right? Obviously, we have talked about different third-party things that you might want, right? There's definitely, a need for an autoresponder, things like this. There's definitely a need for something like lead pages. But in terms of working with us and getting the help, there's nothing else that you need. Now, the second part to that question is, do we have other stuff that we may offer you from time to time? Well, the answer would be yes. Okay, there's nothing else immediate. You're not going to, put your order through and then suddenly you're hit with, hey, now you've joined at 197. This is only going to work for you if you come and join our $1,000 thing. That's not going to happen. But we do workshops from time to time. So there's going to be other stuff that we might let you know about, but not, not in the way you're describing there. Cool. Scott says, did you say STB was closed or can we still promote it? It's closed to the public and it's closed to any of our promotion. But if you're one of our affiliates, you can still promote, right? That was something that we offered and that we promised, and that will be fulfilled. So that's actually a good thing for you, Scott, because we're not going to be actively promoting STB anymore. And it's not going to be open to the public as far as what they can see from us. But your affiliate links will stay active. So just greater benefit for you. Cool. Vincent says, I'm in, but my bank has fraud protection on my account and has to reset in about 5 minutes. No worries, my man. I see your message, so you'll definitely be in. Paul says, great deal. Cool. Not a problem, Paul. Princess says, I'm interested in the affiliate side. How does it work if I recommend this program to my team? Essentially, if you promote it to your team, you're going to get a commission for every single person that you refer. That commission is set to 40% ongoing every single month. So it's not like we're going to give you a commission for the first couple of months and take that away from you. So every single person you refer to us, you're going to get commission on for as long as they're a member. So that can rack up pretty darn fast. Cool. What else we got here? Rebecca says, what do you recommend as the best lead pages and funnel and autoresponder? We talk about that inside the course, but just real quick, I mean, there's a lot of basic autoresponders that will get the job done and done very, very well, like Aweber and GetResponse and iContact, MailChimp. They're all going to do the same thing. So it really just comes down to personal preference. In terms of a funnel builder, I personally use ClickFunnels and swear by that. But then Jabril uses lead pages and swears by that. So it really comes back to this thing of, look, they all do the same thing, right? They all do the same thing.
Hold on. Clarification. I use both of them. I pay $2.97 a month for my business, and I have a lead page.
Okay, and you know what's crazy, Jabril? I should probably mention this too. I still pay for lead pages too. So we've both got both of them. So there you go. So me and Jabril, we like to waste money as well as make it, apparently. Cheryl says, what sort of, hey Jabril, that's a good question for you, man. What sort of budget will be needed monthly for the ads? I know that really varies in terms of, starting small, but maybe you could give Cheryl just like a starting point of, what kind of budget realistically to get going.
I mean, I would say a good, $150 a week. I mean, you can, so maybe, through, $400, $600 a month starting out. I mean, you can, get some real traction with that when you're doing it right, when you're doing it the way that we teach you.
Very cool, man. Perfect. Alrighty. Okay, AWAB says, I've been trying many times to make a payment, but my card is being rejected every time. You're going to need to contact your bank. I'm seeing a couple of other people here in the chat box saying that their payment has failed too. What you'll find is that is your bank doing, a fraud check on you. They just want to make sure, hey, you're signing up for this thing. It's a couple $100 a month, or it's $1,497 a year. Is this definitely you? And it's just your bank doing a fraud check. So what you need to do is call your bank and ask them if they've put a block on the payment. They'll say yes. You say, can you take it off, please? They'll say yes. And then you need to come back and put the payment through again. okay? And that's not paying us twice. That is, they block the first one, and that one will cease to go through. So then you have to resubmit the payment. So that's most likely what's been happening there. Cool. Preeti says, great, thanks for answering. I've joined on the monthly plan to try you guys out in the next program. Winky face. Very good. Pleased to have you here. Okay, cool. Hey, Miranda says, question, my daughter, for whose business I've watched this webinar, is away on holiday till this coming Tuesday. Please, can you leave a place open for her, as I'm 99.9% sure she'll want to come into this program. Please answer. That puts us in a tricky situation, because we'd love to have her in, but we've got to be true to what we're saying here. And, you know, it'd be difficult for us to hold a spot when everyone else is jumping in because they want to take advantage of this and the bonuses during the webinar. So Miranda, I've seen your message. We deeply appreciate it. The best thing you can do is email my team or get in contact with us as soon as she's back. And if there's any spots left, then we can have her in. But if we're closed by that point, then we'll need to stay true to that. Ruth says, I'm in. Awesome. Very, very cool. Okay, I see you got to these ones, Jabril. Cool. You got to these. I think we'll manage to get through all of these questions. There's not a huge amount left. I'm seeing quite a. Scott says, I'm in. Boom. Very cool. Guy says, signed up and excited. Guy, man, appreciate you. I hope you're able to make the event in May. I know that you were saying that you're trying. I think it was either you were trying to come over or you can't anymore. Whichever one. But it'd be good to see you again if you're coming over. Chris says, question, since the website that we send people to is so important for the success, will you also be looking at our sites and giving suggestions? 100%. When you come out on our expert hour calls, you can bring your websites, bring your landing pages, bring your funnels, and we'll take a look for you. 100%. Awesome. All right, nice. Vincent says, okay, I'm in now. Very cool. God's Will says, I'd appreciate any idea on promoting CPA offers from Max Bounty using Facebook. What's the type of funnel you guys would recommend? I know that you're in the program, God's Will. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Come out with that question on the first expert hour call, because then we can tackle that there, you know, in some extended time. Because I know you're already a member, you're in. So let's tackle that on there, and we'll actually spend some good time rather than me rushing an answer for you in 30 seconds. Let's spend some time on the next expert hour call. That'd be awesome. Cool. Morgan says, I was going to join the monthly plan, then switch to the yearly at this price. So Morgan, have you already joined, or were you just about to join? Let me know, because if you have already, then we can get my team to switch it for you, and we will honor this price. But obviously, only if we do it literally by tomorrow. Otherwise, my team are going to wring my neck. All right. Awesome. Jeremy says, all paid up, guys. The timing is unreal for me. We'll explain when we meet. Looking forward to the London event in May too. Hey, Jeremy, you come to the event, man. Looking forward to seeing you there too. Nice. Hey, Jabril, do you want to tackle this one? Because I think, again, I don't want to take all the questions. Pete says, what is your click-through rate in an average campaign of yours? Obviously, I know what it is too, but wonder if you want to come out and share your results.
You almost saw my face. The man of mystery. I clicked the button. So good question. It just depends really on the format that you're using as well. So if it's Instagram stories, if it's newsfeed ad on Instagram, if it's a sidebar ad, if it's a newsfeed on Facebook, if it's there's so many different formats. I don't want to really confuse people, but I would say on the two main things, like Facebook newsfeed, if you're doing that, anything for the way that we teach it, where like if you have at least I'd say 3%, it's going to be good. I mean, I have for some of my ads 20% like average for some, but that's like I said, it's astronomical. Those are like when it's like the music is hitting, the magic is hitting. Facebook says, hey, if you get 1%, that is phenomenal. Like Facebook says, if you get 1%, phenomenal. Why? Because, pardon my French, most advertisers on Facebook are well, you get the point. Like they don't know how to do it well. So 1% is great by Facebook standards. By our standards, it would be like, you're not part of the inner circle, basically. And Instagram, something yeah, like 3-4% is what you want to see on a low end. Or just like a good, like I said, good number, 3-4% on Instagram timeline is what you'd want to see. Because we don't play by average numbers.
Perfect. All right.
And then another thing that we might want to tackle is because we didn't really talk about how and when the calls are starting. I don't think.
Yeah, absolutely. I was literally just looking at a question from Cole here, who says, does the training not start until April 27th? So we've got a few different things going on, right? We've got not only the 8 live weeks to get through, we're also going to be doing we're going to roll straight into the accelerator calls. We're going to be doing the expert hour and the monthly insiders. So there's stuff literally starting and happening, from now. So when you get into the members area, you're going to see there's a bunch of stuff already in there, but also you can go ahead and get registered for the first of the 8 weeks, first of the academy training, which I believe, to memory, is the 25th of April. That's going to be the first week. What have you got to go through until then? There's some bonus training in there. You can go through the Instagram training. We've got a bunch of other stuff. But then also, we're going to be doing our first expert hour call. Before that, I can't remember the exact date. And also the accelerator calls are going to be starting in a few days. So we've got stuff kicking off here in the next few days. We're going to be closing this down and getting down to business. But what we'll also do literally in the next few days is we're going to go live in the Facebook group, and we're just going to do a prolonged call in there to get to know all the new members. That's something that is really exciting to us, is just being able to just see who's in the group, what business you're in, what you're looking to achieve. So we'll do a brand new member orientation, most likely in the Facebook group, so that we can get to know each other, see what you're doing, start tweaking things already and getting things moving. And then all the live stuff is going to begin to start. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. The exact dates are all in the members area. I should have probably prepared them, but I haven't. So I apologize for that. Cool. AWAB says, now I'm waiting to be approved in the Facebook group. Awesome. My team will get to that as soon as possible. Mario says, can people join through our affiliate link even if you're closed to new members? Or will it be open to our referrals all the time? So for us, we will be opening and closing this membership at various price points. It will never be cheaper than $197, but it will most certainly be higher than that. And you will see that roll out. But for you, even as we're closed as an affiliate, your links will still work, right? So even if we are closed to new members, you as our members and affiliates will be able to promote. So cool. Maggie says, after today noon, can anyone else still join? Yes, so long as the page is still open. We'll be closing it down. We're just withholding the right to close down the page whenever we see fit, and we will do that. You'll see a sold out page here in the next few days. I believe Sunday is the day we've actually made an absolute cutoff for this first round and for these founding members coming in. So cool. So Bash says, sorry, I think you may have answered. If I get the monthly today, but then decide to upgrade to yearly, will the 1497 a year still stand to me, or will it be going up? No. So if you join today on a monthly, unfortunately, the 1497 price will disappear. It will no longer exist to you. Okay, so this is just like a first sign up welcome offer. So if you're here on the webinar right now, which I know you are, and you're deciding which one to take, you can feel free to go with the monthly, but then you won't see this price again for the yearly. So that'll only be a webinar special here today. Cool. Hey Jabril, I mean, I'll give my thoughts on this too. John says, how do you think the data breach at Facebook is going to affect Facebook advertising? My first response is this, and you might have a completely different standpoint on it, Jabril. For me, two things. Number one, I find it entertaining to watch. I started to watch some of the interviews with Zuckerberg on YouTube and kind of got bored of it quite quickly when all of these 80-year-olds have no idea what they're talking about. But second thing is, I don't really let it concern me in the way of thinking about how it affects Facebook advertising. Like, think about how much it would take for that to actually affect like ads. Like you've got things like data protection law that you are going to have to seriously think about. There's stuff like that is is important. There's GDPR, and you need to be thinking about that. But an organization that big, they're thinking about it too. So. I mean, for me, it's kind of like, I'm enjoying watching it from the sidelines, but I just keep going with what I'm doing until I see it change direction, and then I'll follow the direction. So that's the way I look at it. But Jabril, any extra thoughts on that?
Pretty similar. I mean, I just got even more excited when I saw how incompetent, the senators and everything. I'm just like, these old guys in suits don't have an effing clue. And I should say no disrespect, but obviously that is pretty, like, they have no clue. Just by the questions that they're asking, I'm like, you guys should have your interns or your actual engineers, and they got like I'm just like, well, what? Like,
Yeah.
And then so it just let me know that like the younger generation is going to really take over the world, because it's a technology, right now it's a technology revolution right now, and it's happening time and time again. When you look at the founders of Stripe, I think they're like 27, 28. Mark Zuckerberg, like, all eyes on Mark Zuckerberg, and they have, like, literally, if you were in England, just imagine all of House of Parliament for this 33-year-old kid who would really just be getting started in his career before. But like, tech has changed. Now it's a result oriented. You don't have to kiss your boss's butt or whatever to really, it's a result driven economy. And I'll tell you this, they're doing $40 billion a year right now, and it's growing exponentially. I don't think, like, obviously that they're going to play by every rule that they have to, but as anyone who's in business, they're not like, oh my God, we are on the government side. Heck no. They're like, hey, these people that are giving us $40 billion a year, how can we serve them better, but while protecting the integrity of the company by following government rules? Believe me, they are going to do all that they can to help advertisers, and obviously not saying anything too reckless because it's it's kind of like a hot scene right now. But believe me, when someone's giving you $40 billion a year, you're like, how can I help them some more so they can give me 50 or 55 billion the following year? So just keep that in mind.
Absolutely. All right, but then Morgan was replying to my other question about joining Yearly. Said I'll be joining in a few hours. So yeah, Morgan. So for you, if you wanted to do the yearly and make use of this price, which you said you did, you will need to sign up with that price here on this webinar. So if you go for the monthly, then this price disappears. So we won't be able to upgrade you, as I've been corrected. Chris says, how applicable is Facebook advertising to B2B services? 100%, right? Like think about this, like myself and Jabril, like think about the training programs we've had, like that's B2B too. You guys are business owners. We have training, and even just kind of like old school B2B, like Facebook. Think about it like this. Don't think about it in the way of, does it work for this industry or does it work? Think about it like this. Are you in the business of having real people, real humans as customers? And if you are, then are those customers on Facebook? Okay. And if they are, which most likely they are, because almost every human is on Facebook, then it's just about targeting them in the right way. So Nahid says, does this add value product give us access to the May event? Unfortunately not. The event in May is a completely different they're just completely different entities. But it gives you access to the Add Value live event that we'll be doing for Add Value Inner Circle members. Cool. Oops. Cool. Latrine says, how much time do we have to make the payment to get the bonuses? Well, we're going to be closing this webinar down in probably the next kind of 5 minutes. As long as you can still get to this link and get to the page, then you'll be good for the bonuses. But yeah, just the sooner the better. Selling to businesses. Cheryl says, what if I don't know how to use Instagram or funnels? Do you teach that in the training? Yeah, we have the training for that, Cheryl, too. Cool. Tabby says, my bank is blocking this payment. Can I sort this in the morning? It's already after midnight. Yeah, that'd be absolutely fine. You know, because you messaged us here, we obviously know that you are trying to get in and that you're serious. My team will see this. So feel free to try again in the morning, and we'll, if you do hit a sold out page, just message my team and say, I spoke to John on the call and he said that he was happy to save us a spot because we're obviously trying to join last night and your bank were blocking it. So, okay. Cool. John says, thanks. Thank you. Great webinar. I'm joining. Awesome. Very cool. Paul says, I'm in. We'll pick your brains tomorrow. Very cool, Paul. Good to have you, man. Nice. And then, all right, I think we're pretty much, let's have a look here. Tabby says, thank you. Cheryl says, thank you both. Very cool. All right, nice. Dude, I think we're pretty much at the end of the questions. We've been going for 2 hours, 20 minutes. So we'll probably wrap this up and call this a day. But one other person just joined too. I can't see a name just yet. Who's this? Okay, I can't see a name. Anyway, okay, let me go ahead and give my closing thoughts here real quick, and Jabril can do the same. I just want to say to every single person, we've still got, there's 105 of you still on the webinar, which is absolutely amazing. We so appreciate you just hanging out with us for this long, you know, on this training. And we hope you've got value, right? Whether you've decided to come into the inner circle or not, if you've come in, we are just absolutely ecstatic. We are, you know, just so excited to help you explode your business with Facebook and get the results that you want and that you're looking for. So it's going to be a phenomenal journey. But for those of you who have just attended, right, we hope you got the value from this. We really wanted to create a training that whether you join or not, you can leave and say, that was worth my time. And I can go ahead and start implementing some of that stuff into what I'm doing. So I hope you've got that feeling from the training. And again, for those of you that have come into the program, we cannot wait to just blow you away with the calls we're going to be doing, the new training we've got coming, all the bonuses being in there. You're in for a real journey. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, and for those of you, there was a few of you asking about joining, you know, later on today and tomorrow. Just so you know, it will pretty much just be a case of whether this link is still open. So if you're watching this and Add Value innercircle.com is still accessible, you come back tomorrow and it's still accessible, then we still have spots. And when we close this thing down, then this will redirect to a sold out page. So feel free to try again tomorrow morning or the next day, as long as this link is still open. So appreciate you all. Jabril, any closing thoughts?
No, I think you put a bow on it beautifully. So I just appreciate everyone's time today and look forward to growing with everyone.
Fantastic. And then Jeremy says, thanks to you both. Really good stuff. Love your authenticity. So unusual. We appreciate that, Jeremy. That does mean a lot to us. Awesome. Very cool. All right, then we'll go ahead and call it a day here. We appreciate you all, and hopefully we'll see you on a future training at some point. We'll speak soon.